Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the EHA Lads podcast, episode number 52. This week, we're going to be covering our recent developments into the racing series known as Rallycross, and Marcus and I competing in our first event over the weekend, hosted by the Milwaukee Region SCCA up in Byron, Illinois.
Woot woot.
So we'll probably just kick this off starting from where we ended last week. So we'll start with what we did like Friday, Saturday, and then the event on Sunday.
I would also like a recap of last week.
Oh, yeah, you were gone. So, quick recap of last week.
A lot of paint.
Basically, paint was all the things up until last week.
Yeah.
Thursday was the first day that we peeled all the tape off the car and actually got it out sitting on its own.
Yeah.
I got the tires mounted up during lunch. I rolled up, and they're just like, Shane was just standing outside because I went to King.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just like, you got time for 4 tires? He's like, kind of the wrong time of year to be mounting winter tires, isn't it? And I'm like, yes. He's like, whatever.
How observant of you.
Like,
I don't give a damn.
I'm like, damn, he's onto something. But so he's like, yeah, I'll just do them right now. I'm like, sweet. So they went in there, and the two guys both just standing there, just whipped them out in like fucking 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm like, this was sick. So,
Yeah, the one time I went there, it was to dismount the tires off the stock Super Duty wheels to mount my 40s.
for your Jeep, yeah.
Brought 2 in, walked back to my truck to get 2 out. The one was off. They were starting on the second one.
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, give us another minute. Like, go sit in the waiting room. All right, cool. 10 minutes later, I'm like, guys, you had this done 5 minutes ago. I know you did. Like, you just made me sit here. What the fuck?
You were already halfway done.
Yeah, you were literally halfway done by the time I brought the other 2 up. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I had enough time to go there, get them done, and come back, and I was back at 1. It
Yeah.
took me like an hour exactly to load them up, drive there, and back. Like, it was
Hell yeah.
super awesome. But
Nice.
anyway, so Thursday was peeling the tape off the car, kind of checking over stuff. We left the key on the entire time it was painted, so the battery was absolutely dead. I mean, like, not even a light on the like, it was not off, but like one click, like accessory mode.
Oh, no.
So I go in there, I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm just like, click. I'm like, nope, nothing. I'm like, well, I know this battery's expensive. I have to do it now because I can't save the battery in a day.
Yeah.
Napa had a battery for $131.
Oh,
Christ.
okay.
And it was
yeah.
on sale. So after the core and everything came back, I paid like $105.
That's
Where
not bad.
everyone else had it for like $230.
Love that.
Shit.
So
Nice.
we'll go into Friday. So Friday, I went to Staples to get the side banners printed for the cars and get the license plate laminated from Vermont, my temp tag, because, you know,
Hell yeah.
since we
Might as well have something on there.
we flew to Vermont, bought the cars, got them back here, and then my title's all messed up, so I can't put a real plate on it anyway. I'm just like, okay, I'll keep the Vermont tag on it. Like, well, I might as well laminate it and save what's left of it. It's kind of faded.
I thought Marcus was supposed to do that.
See, he was,
so
wasn't he?
my
You're a
laminator
liar.
wasn't big enough. I didn't have big enough laminating
Amen,
sheets.
brother. Preaching to the choir.
Yeah.
When I went there Friday, like, they held up the regular 8x11 or 8.5x11, and it was like just barely too small.
It was like it's like about
It's-
yay much on
probably
each,
a quarter inch on each side, just
each
not
side.
don't They're like, we'll have to go up to a bigger one. I'm like, I don't care. It's
I
like
don't give-
$6. I'm
Just
like, sure.
fucking laminate
Right.
it.
So I
Did
gave
they
them-
ask you why?
They didn't. They didn't ask a single. Well,
Love that.
I rolled in at like 6 o'clock on a Friday
Yeah.
afternoon. So the
Oh,
lady
fair,
working
yeah.
there is like, yeah, whatever. Just drop your stuff off. Like the guys
Here,
who do it in
he'll
the
hit the button. Go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Pay
it's,
me and leave.
it's so Staples has same day printing because we were printing it on like 5.3 mil poster board or whatever, and then laminating it so it lasts outside. They do same day printing as long as you show up before noon. So I roll in there. I'm like, this, that. And they're like, okay, we'll let you know when it's done. I'm like, when's that going to be? Like, I don't know, like tomorrow by 6. And I'm like, tomorrow is Saturday. So like, it might be like Saturday afternoon by the time it's done. I'm like, okay, I guess that's fine. Like, as long as it's done before Sunday. Like, oh yeah, no problem. It's like,
Gotcha.
apparently people will roll in there with like 500 copies and like try to, try to wait for them.
Oh,
and they're
yeah.
like, no, get out. Like, please.
Yeah. Please.
Yeah.
GTFO,
Or they'll
bitch.
call in like half an hour, be like, is it done yet? Like, this takes like 2 hours just to print. Like, no.
Yeah.
So, dropped that stuff off Friday, drove over to my parents' house to pick up the front driver's corner engine mount, the one that I showed a couple weeks ago that was all
Yes.
messed up.
Yeah,
So
the
I'm
bad
like,
one.
yeah, I should probably replace that because if
Yeah.
I don't, it might be, you know.
Yeah.
So I grabbed that. That was the end of the day Friday. So I'm going to do that Saturday morning. So then Saturday morning, I pull the battery out of the car because it's dead and to go to Napa and pick it up because I'd ordered it because they had to ship it to store. So
Gotcha.
pull that out of the car, go to, drawing a blank.
Went to the
well,
store.
I'd got the email from Staples saying my laminating job was done. I'm like, perfect. So I got plenty of time, whatever. Go to Napa, get my battery, go to Staples. They had marked the laminating done for the license plate, not the big logos yet. They were like finishing up the last one when I got there. I'm like, oh, well, at least that's convenient enough. The two dudes working are like, what are these for? Is this like some sort of rally car? And I'm like, actually, yes, it is. They're like, the one guy's like, I told you so, like this and that. I love that. He's like, these are awesome. I'm like, sweet.
Yeah, it's like working a retail job, having neat stuff come through.
Yeah.
Absolute, makes your day.
Instead of like
ass,
the corporate like brochures or whatever. They're
Yeah.
like, what is this? I'm like, for a race car, and they're like, hell yeah,
Love that. Love that shit.
Like, you don't mind that we like messed up this one edge? I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah, like you think I give a shit? What?
Yeah. Did you
show 'em
It's
a
gonna end up
picture?
on its
No.
roof. What do you
Damn.
mean?
I was in the middle of doing stuff anyway. I had to go
fair.
change the engine mount, but like to get 4 side banners printed in 12x18 and laminated was like $62. I'm like,
Oh, okay.
that's really not that bad.
That's
for,
not
like,
bad.
for a
No.
photo quality print done.
Also, like to buy a laminator or have anyone else do it. It's
yeah.
like, they're,
And
who
laminating
cares?
at
They can
12
charge
by
literally
18.
whatever they want because it does not matter.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like, and the funny thing is like, so Marks and I have been playing with their little online tool the day before or whatever, trying to like figure out what sizes and what. I show up in store with my USB. The lady just opens up the website and enters all the same things we were doing here. I'm like, I could have done this from home. I'm like, I'm glad I didn't, I guess, but it's like, oh,
Yeah.
it literally is. I'm like, not in your software over there. Like, no, it's just the online thing. I'm like, well, fuck, all right.
Yeah.
Like,
All
it's-
right.
I guess it's the same either way.
Just tell me what fucking file format you want.
It said one there, like JPEG, PNG, whatever,
No.
but
Love that.
or BMP, I think too. But either way, but so then Saturday I finished doing that stuff. Come back here, new battery in the car. It starts amazing. Now
thunk?
it's time to do the engine mount immediately. So let me pop a picture up of it real quick because it's a weird little engine mount.
Yeah. Yeah, yours was basically just gone. There was nothing
Oh,
holding
it was
together.
absolutely junk. Let me see if I can
Yeah.
find the one I'm talking about real quick. Of
was
course, it's
like-
not just gonna pop up.
Scroll back up to the
Why
top.
would it
I want to say I kind of
Oh,
This
to
guy.
the right.
This
All the way to
guy.
the right.
Oh, yeah, there you
Hold on,
go.
Let me open this. Just a new that save image. I'm so bad at using a laptop. Can you tell I only use a laptop during these shows?
You know, you can just use a mouse.
There's a mouse. Anyway,
Where?
so here's what the engine mount looks like. It's technically a little bit sideways right now, but so the bolts are up inside of here. There's one here and one here going up into the frame. First thing I do immediately is round the fuck out of this back one.
Sick.
Because it's a little bit rusty. So I put a 15 mil on it, spins, and I'm just like, oh, it's bad. That's bad, isn't it?
Love that.
So then the other one's a 14, take it right out. So then, of course, I'm stuck with a super rounded off bolt that goes blindly into the frame. This end bolt, I took it off and the middle piece just fell out.
Yep.
So it wasn't doing almost nothing. It was doing actually nothing.
Yeah.
So
That's as much as I figured.
immediately rounded the bolt off. So I'm like, great, that's just what I was looking for. And then, so I undo the end mount, let the transmission down, doesn't even move. Like the mount wasn't even pretending to support anything. It was still in the center of the mount. Like the new mount, you could take it by hand and flex it. It was, there's no structure inside of it. I'm like, oh,
Wow.
so I didn't really need to do this, but I guess I'm doing it now anyway.
Well, it looks good, I guess.
Yeah. So I had to take and cut all the stamped steel off that mount, fold it out, and weld a big nut to it. Because
yeah.
you can't get in there with anything bigger than the socket you need.
Yeah.
It's like a close together steel mount.
Yep.
So I'm almost through cutting this, and Marcus calls me. He's like, oh, hey, I'm at Rural King. Do you need anything? I'm like, you son of a bitch. Yes, I do. I'm like, get me a 10 millimeter fine thread bolt, 30 mil long. He's like, fucking what?
No, I was like, hold on, let me
Yeah.
walk over there because if I hang up, I'm going to forget exactly what numbers that you said.
Yeah.
I'm going to get you a 30 mil that's 10 mil long,
But it won't be fine thread
but
or
it
something.
won't be fine
It was
thread.
that I basically did the same thing with Chloe. I'm like, her car takes OW20 oil.
Oh,
Oof,
Oh,
water.
God.
And it was like a Wix filter. I was like, okay.
Okay.
I typed everything out, and then I was like, fuck this. I went onto Google, screenshotted pictures. I'm like,
Pictures of, like, the jug.
show the O'Reilly's person these pictures, and you need 5 quarts of that.
You're like-
She's like, okay. I'm like, all right, there
You're
we
like,
go.
That word, like, here's as simple as I can make it,
Yeah.
please.
I'm like, I was like, or I in the same text, I'm like, or just show him this text, and
Yeah.
he'll figure it out.
He'll get it.
Our car
get it.
takes that thin of oil.
Most modern
Subaru.
cars do.
I mean,
honestly,
mine does
anymore.
too. I just,
Water.
It's also a top mount oil filter, which is neat.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like
With
not
the-
a cartridge
the-
filter.
no.
It is a spin-on top mount.
So it is a Subaru. Is it a
Oh, that's
box?
cool.
Is it a boxer?
It's a
or
boxer.
No?
Yes.
It's a boxer.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a
they're all
2.0.
boxers.
Okay. Well, I know that, like they're pretty much all boxers.
Yeah.
It's like I didn't know if that modern of a thing got anything weird in it.
Yeah, no, hers is non-turbo,
standard?
just 2.0 NA. Makes like 125
Is it
horsepower.
gutless as hell?
It's CVT, so yeah.
Yeah.
God.
It's not cool.
Wow.
Like
Disgusting.
quote unquote downshifting on the interstate. It's like from 60 to 70 is like, let's rev this bitch out to $5,000. I'm like, what? I didn't even do anything.
puts it
I just
immediately.
I
It just
click
does
the
it.
up arrow on the cruise control twice and it goes.
It just puts it on the limiter.
Yeah, I'm like, God damn, brother, you're enthusiastic. I think.
Like, damn, you are getting after it. You're like,
CVTs
I'm
to the
trying to
wind.
idle.
Yeah, it's not cool.
So meanwhile, while I'm waiting for Marcus to get back with some bolts and stuff, I start doing other stuff. Like I take the spare tire and stuff out. I forgot how rusty just this one spot of the car is.
wow.
Because there was water in there.
There was
Yeah.
water in here. So here's underneath the spare
Moist.
tire. I had to break the mount off to get the tire out because
Oh,
it
yeah.
would not loosen.
I think I did the same thing with a Subaru.
It's hard to see. I guess you can't see it right now, but there's daylight about right here underneath
Yeah.
these holes. There's a little spot of daylight right there above the mouse. You can just barely see it. But
Yeah.
the jack was mounted in there and completely rusted all the way through. Like chunks of it were missing. And I'm like, man, it's a good thing I didn't need to use these parts because they're fucking junk.
Nice.
So I popped that out. What do I have? Oh, I do have a picture of the jack.
Oof.
Here's the
Yeah,
jack.
that is crusty.
Like, I'm glad I didn't need to
Crusty.
use that because it looks
Yeah.
ruined. I don't know if it had holes on it like the other side
You would have
did,
just snapped
but
it.
it's gone. Like, it was rusted and they're completely solid. I just threw this thing in the dumpster. I wasn't even going to pretend to try to save it or bring it with.
No.
I'm like, this thing's absolutely junk.
I had a little screw bottle jack, so we were good.
Yeah, but I'm like, this thing's absolutely trashed. Whatever, throw it away. Let's see. After that was probably about the time that Marcus showed
Yeah.
up.
So
I got the
I-
car all cleaned out, and I started measuring for my helmet air blower mount. And that's about when you showed up.
Yeah. So when I called you, I was in the Roking in Plano because I had just finished up sheds and was on the way home. So grabbed a bunch of shit, swung by the car wash to give the car a quick wash down so that
Why you would do that, I don't know.
Tape
Yeah,
would
I
stick.
made that mistake too.
It actually makes sense though.
so that
Yeah, I guess
could,
if you're putting tape
I-
on.
You know what
I-
I didn't do is wash the car before I painted it.
Yeah.
So the whole time Nick and I are doing it, he's like, "This thing's filthy." I'm like, "I know."
Yeah.
We're like Scotch spreading the clear off.
You're telling me 9 months of rain didn't clear enough of it?
It was pretty nasty. Doing the motor mount, laying underneath, trying to
Oh,
hammer a
yeah,
socket
that
on it,
would've sucked, yeah.
It left so much dirt and dust. I don't know where it all was, but you would
Yeah.
just every time you touch it, more would fall off.
Yep.
I'm like, damn, I need to like beat the hell out of this thing on like a gravel road, but then there's just more dust in it, so I don't know.
So yeah, washed the car, got to Brian's. He was working on your
I just started
helmet
the helmet
blower.
mounts. I was
I
drawing.
think you were
it.
on like V2 at that point.
Yes,
You
I
made,
I
like,
had
three
just started
different ones.
V2 on the computer when you walked in because I was
Yeah.
pissed.
Yeah.
So I fucked up V1 because I'm
So-
an idiot. Anyway,
I immediately started working on your logoing.
painting my side logos.
Finally.
Yeah. I
I've
mean,
only
we
been
have
saying I was going to do it for 3 weeks.
we were like 12 hours ahead of schedule.
Yeah, I showed
or
up a little
something.
later than I wanted to, but I got it done. So
You got
if
there
you
like
want to,
5 or 5:30 or
it
something.
was like 5:06.
Probably
or
just
something
after
like that.
5,
It was a little
yeah.
after 5. So if you want to pull up the logos, that
Yeah.
I
So Marcus
spent 2
graciously
hours.
hand painted the Repsol
They
logo
look pretty good.
on the side of my car.
This was
The good
the
side.
good side.
The other side is not bad.
It's not bad as long as you don't like.
This side is just the good side.
You're not
No.
staring directly at it. But yeah, it was oil-based paint, so it was a little bit of a bitch to work with.
I mean, I wasn't gonna buy a tube after tube of acrylic
No,
to do this.
No.
Well, everything else
it
on here
was
is
so
oil-based paint.
Yeah. So yeah, it only took me about 45 minutes to an hour on each side.
Yeah, probably. I think probably an hour for the first side and probably half an hour, 45 for
45
the
minutes.
second side.
I was rolling on this side. I was moving quick.
After we finished the first side, my boss and my coworker both show up because we're doing it at the workshop, and there's like they're standing talking, we're all laughing back and forth, and all of a sudden it's like they're like, "All right, we're gonna go." I'm like, "Fucking okay," like we're still in the middle of this, so whatever.
Yeah.
But no, that like it actually turned out really nice.
Yeah.
We just set up the projector, like rotated the image till it kind of lined up, and you just sat there and traced it by hand. Like,
Yep.
turned out pretty good actually.
Yeah. Pretty decent. Then I think we ran to town for
We ran to town because I needed
for your wiring.
I needed wiring and a switch for my helmet blower because I completely forgot about. I had just been to Menards Friday to get all the rest of the stuff I thought I needed and didn't grab a switch or wiring for that. And I'm just
Love
like,
that.
shit. Like it's fucking 7 o'clock at this point.
Yeah, we got to get our ass
I'm like,
moving.
okay, we have to go. So
Yeah.
we drove first to the Loves, and Oglesby, it's like they might have like wiring and a switch and stuff like that. Seems...
Maybe not a switch, but wiring and
Yeah.
like wire nuts.
We looked
and
around,
stuff.
they kind of just didn't really have what we needed.
Yeah.
Because it's like we could plug it into the cigarette lighter and run it off there because it only pulls 3 amps, which is honestly fine. It's no more than a phone charger, but it's like if it pops that fuse in there,
You're fucked.
I
Yeah.
get no air at all, and it was a waste of time. So I'm like, all right, whatever. We'll just go to Walmart and find a switch. Ended up finding actually a pretty sick switch. So the Fit has this hole conveniently cut into the dashboard.
Oh.
And they had this marine grade switch that literally just snaps in there.
Oh yeah.
Like you just press it right in and it fits perfectly.
Sick.
And I'm like, this is awesome. Like I don't have to like janky like drill a random screwed
Hell yeah.
on.
Put that on the
well,
Honda,
so
put that on the Honda Fit page and be like, "Yo, guys, these fit so well."
Guy's new switch just
They
dropped.
fit.
The cover or the blank, I guess, that kind of went into there was a weird shaped blank on the back,
It had
like walls and like clips on it. And
it had
shit.
I'm assuming there's a connector on the backside that's supposed to clip into that
Yeah.
to hold it.
Mm.
But I don't know where that connector went or what that switch even does.
Yeah.
You know, I have a sport model that
Probably
should be
like
the high option.
Heated mirrors probably because the mirror switches are also there, or heated rear glass maybe. I don't know if that switches somewhere else.
I have a rear defrost button
Okay.
on the dash, so I don't. I'm
Yeah, I
assuming
don't
the
know.
mirrors
Yeah,
defrost.
usually
with
that's
or something,
that.
but-
Those are the buttons that are on the dash.
And I've got fogs, so they're not on there. I don't know what would be there
Oh, well.
anyway.
But
Maybe it's like where the pedal movement thing goes.
Oh
or
yeah,
something.
yeah, yeah.
yeah, so we
Maybe the sports don't get something for some weight savings or whatever.
so yeah, went to Walmart,
Went to Walmart,
got a bunch of shit.
I bought like 4 different switches because I'm like, either the clip-in one will fit or it absolutely won't. I'll get one of the screw-in ones.
Right. Yeah,
So yeah, swung back past my house.
yeah, because you had a bunch of random
because I
wire
had
and
a
stuff.
bunch of speaker wire and
that's-
we knew that was going to be plenty fine.
Plenty for what we're doing.
And then on top of that, Brand, if you want to go to my pictures, I also found out that I was getting a little surprise waiting at home.
Not a baby,
A third fucking cat.
another cat.
Her name is Pepper.
She's adorable.
She's a little Spitfire, just like everybody else. She's also a little mutant.
Huh?
If you want to go to the next picture.
Extra beans. Extra beans.
Extra beans.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
It's called polydactyl or something like
Pterodactyl, I think is the word.
I
It's
for.
polyamorous.
that. No. So
You don't know that. All right, let the cat
she
speak cats,
has
man.
an extra bean and a thumb, and in between her thumb and her first bean, she has a little mini bean.
Like this guy right here or
Yeah.
this guy down here? Or
no,
both, I
no,
guess.
no, that one.
Yeah.
And she has a little claw.
There's a little tiny little
Yeah.
claw there.
She can't move it or anything because there's no bone. But
Yeah.
yeah, so she's got an extra bean and extra claw. Apparently, it's like super common in just like stray cats.
So like, as we're in the middle of like, it's already like 8:30.
Yeah, we
at
were
this
walking
point.
out of Walmart and Tori calls me and she
Yeah.
goes, "Hey, do you have that like little pop-up container thing that, you like let the chickens run loose in?" I was like, "Yeah, why?" She's like, "Is it clean?" I was like, "No." I was like, "I've like got all the shit out, but like there's chicken shit on the bottom. Like it needs to be wiped." She goes,
It's not clean.
"Well, can you come home and like clean that out and set that up?" And I was like, "Why?" She's like, "I can't tell you." And I was like, "You're going to tell me or I'm just not going to come home." She's like, "Well, your sister found a stray cat and it had babies and now I want one and I've been thinking about it for a long time and it's a
like-
little black one." I was like, "Oh."
So is this a bad time to say that when they moved the dumpster at my new property, they also found a mom with kittens?
Oh.
Yes.
And I was
Very-
hoping to at least catch one and keep it at my house.
Till Blue just carries it around in our mouth.
I was also like, maybe Brian wants a cat.
I
Maybe
can't-
everybody
no.
else wants a
I
cat.
don't-
I don't know.
No, I have
Cannot
enough
have
fucking
one.
cats. My house is turning into a goddamn barnyard. I am outnumbered 8.5 to 1 in my fucking house.
yeah.
I have 3 cats and 14 fucking chickens.
9
9. For legal reasons.
for legal reasons.
9.
14's a joke.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
So we swung by my house real quick. I checked on the chickens because they've been getting super hot in that fucking coop.
It was
since
nasty
My
Friday.
outdoor run isn't set up yet. So I put a box fan out there and I have it wired up because I have that little like Wi-Fi smart switch. So if it gets to a certain temperature in there, it'll turn a smart switch or smart outlet on that turns a fan on hot.
Is that why the camera's not working?
No, the camera's not working because of the storms that came through a couple days ago, and
Oh.
it knocked my Wi-Fi.
Oh,
and
that's right.
I couldn't even log into my fucking router
Oh.
That
for
thing's
2
joke.
days.
So to get electrocuted or don't know?
Long story short, my LAN port died,
Ooh, bad.
and because I used
In
link-
your PC?
No,
for the router.
in my router.
So it junked the whole house.
Yeah.
Holy
Couldn't turn any of my lights on or off.
Yeah.
Tori called
LOL
me.
smart home
Smart
L.
home loser.
Tori called me the other day. She's like, well, I'm baking and it's going to get hot. So, like, how do I turn down the thermostat? And I was like, hun, we still still a physical
Yeah, you can do
thermostat.
it.
Just go over there and turn it down. She was like, and it's going to work? I'm like, yes. It doesn't need Wi-Fi
you
to function.
corrupted that poor woman.
Your smart home shit doesn't connect to your hub.
I don't have a hub.
That thing in your kitchen.
No.
It should act as one.
No.
Not when the Wi-Fi's
Not
dead.
when
It doesn't
Wi-Fi is
need
dead.
Wi-Fi for it to act like it.
No.
If you have
no.
good smart home shit, it'll
That-
have Bluetooth in it too.
Smart home
That
L.
is
Yeah,
a-
smart home L wouldn't know.
That
I
is
can turn my lights off right now.
goddamn.
Whoa.
That is a first gen hub.
Oh, okay.
So that was like before all the Bluetooth and all that
All
shit
right. I
came
was gonna say
out.
mine's all LAN control.
Yeah, no.
Didn't
So
ask.
yeah, couldn't.
I did.
Smart home L.
My house has been fucked for 2 days. I just fixed it today.
You've been in the dark for a week.
Well,
I can turn the lights on.
I can still turn my lights on and off,
Not the same though.
but I can't. Like it was funny
Okay,
the
be
first
honest.
night.
How many times have you yelled at your lights and they haven't responded?
Well,
You
here's the
get
shitty
pissed.
thing. So, the first night it happened, we left the lights on like normal because I turn our kitchen light off, I lock the door, I walk to the back door, make sure that door is locked, and then we go to bed. So usually the living room light, the basement light, and the bathroom light are still left on. So I literally rolled into bed, got comfortable, and went, okay, blank, turn off everything. And it just went, I'm sorry, I can't connect to the internet right now. I'm like, God damn it, I have to get up.
Are you kidding me?
So I had to go and flip all the lights off and whatever. But I
Hey,
can still
Back
use
to the
them.
Stone Ages, I tell you
It's
what.
back to the Stone Ages with ya.
Go light some candles. Fucking Amish life.
Pussy.
How do I use the stove? It's the same. It wasn't smart to begin with.
So I could have used the bathroom peacefully in your house without you fucking with the colors.
Yeah, except for that one light bulb that just like flickers.
Oh,
In the bathroom?
Yeah,
It's probably haunted.
whatever. I don't
Anyway.
think that circuit has enough load on it. Whatever.
Anyway.
So-
I'll give that circuit a load.
Shut the fuck up.
Holy.
You know what?
sorry.
Just for that, we're gonna have 10 minutes without Andy.
Andy goes in the corner for a minute. Son of a bitch! He'll just get louder. You can't.
But
just yell.
We'll have to mute all the mics and he just gets to sit and go a moment of silence.
so
Anyway.
swung past home, picked up some wiring, checked on my chickens, set the new tent thingy up for our new
Little
cat,
playpen for the new cat.
and took off towards your house.
Yeah, came back here to keep working on the car.
You pulled the trailer around. No, that was after.
That was way
No,
later. That was actually the first thing I did. Yeah, we
Okay.
unloaded the truck and then so I had my trailer parked sideways, parallel with the road,
Yeah.
and then my roommate's car was parked exactly in front of the hitch,
Love that.
and it was like 9:30 at this point. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't even know if he's home. I don't know where his keys are. He's
He's
probably
asleep.
asleep.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Use the forklift to back up the
I
trailer.
took the forklift, put the ball in the forks, and side shifted the fork mast over
Oh,
and
a bunch
over,
of-
like to get a couple feet enough I could swing the forklift in there.
Oh, fuck.
I'm just like, I don't want to deal with this. I'm like, whatever. Like, we have a ball mover on the forklift. It works great.
It
So
does
just
work
like
fucking
start
great.
with it all the way to the right, pick it up, move it all the way to the left. Of course, it starts rolling and like jars the forklift sideways. I'm like, a little bit slower next time, but I get it.
So,
So get that side shuffled out. This is
then-
where I can back up to it
Yeah.
later.
then I got to graciously back.
Back?
Did I back? No, I drove
First
the Honda
time you-
Fit out of the garage.
Yeah. So my car was in the garage straight.
Yes.
Just pulled right in, and we were gonna start doing the
Both cars at the same time.
both cars. So he pulled the Fit out, spun it around so I get the forklift out because the forklift was inside by the big table in the big shop down here.
Yeah.
So I had to pull the forklift out. So you had to move the car out, pull the forklift out, spin the car around, pull it back in, park it where the forklift was around by the big table. So then we could pull his car in straight.
Yeah.
So he had to drive it all by his little selfie self.
I didn't kill it, and I had to put it in reverse.
And what happened when you put it in reverse?
That fucking reverse gear is fucking quick.
It is torquey.
I was like, Jesus fucking could slow down.
As it's like the middle, it's like dark out, and he's just backing into the street. He's just like,
You
here
just-
we go.
You hear that or that?
There's a whir on reverse.
on like all manual reverses.
So here, we'll pull this picture back up again, so you can see how we staged them
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
The forklift was right here. Let me look for the oil stain. Probably there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because the forklift just drips hydraulic fluid because they do
It
that.
just pisses.
So we pulled the car in this way so I could keep working on my electrical and my helmet blower and stuff while he could start laying out the graphics on the side of his car.
Well, first, we pulled the bumper off and my roof rack off.
Yeah.
Because that took 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Well, once you backed the screw out for your roof rack all the way, so it clamps onto his rails. He screwed 3 of them out all the way and one like halfway. So we're like picking it up and it just won't come off the one side. He's like, it's out all the way. I don't know what to do. I'm like, is it? He's like, no. Like adjust it a little bit
Because like
more.
when you loosen it up, it also loosens like the top clamp that holds the
kind of the
actual
whole
bar.
thing. It's very
steady.
strange.
So like I couldn't tell if the front was moving or the back was moving, and it was just fucking weird. So got all that off. Brian started working on his wiring.
Yeah.
And I started working on
Your side
my logos.
Because we're going to paint tape on the Subaru
Yeah.
Racing Team logo on the side of the car.
So I got the projector all set up, and I just said, "Fuck it! Like it's late. I got to get this fucking done." So
Did
I
you
just
leave
started.
the tape on there after the event?
Is it still on there?
No, I took it off.
Gay.
I took it off when I got home.
Gay.
So hold on. So laid a bunch of layers of
mad.
tape down so that it would cover the whole thing.
quarter, essentially.
And then the back half where the star kind of swoops up and over.
Yeah.
I don't know if you still have that.
I have
logo.
some pictures of it. I'll pop one up and just keep talking.
I was like, oh, okay, well, I will just take the end of it and I'll peel that up, and then we'll take a pair of scissors and we'll start cutting it all out.
Yeah.
Is that a Porsche Dakar?
We'll talk about that later.
We'll talk about that later. We'll talk about
It's
that
a
later.
half hour in. We haven't even got to fucking Sunday yet, guys.
gonna be
It's prep work. It's so worth it.
The fucking.
It's not worth it. It's just menial labor.
No.
Anyway.
So
Here's
that
logo.
turned out to be a bitch. So in the end, what I did is I peeled the entire thing off, put it on the table, on Brian's work table, and cut it out with a razor blade. Turn the projector back on, and then I laid the logos out.
Reapplied it piece by piece.
Didn't have to be fucking close.
Yeah.
And it looks great from a distance, but not up close.
It looked
Well,
fine.
exactly.
Because I traced everything out with a fucking Sharpie.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
so we finished all that stuff up.
At like 1:30 in the morning.
Hold on, let me pop my helmet blower up just to finish the
yeah.
story on that. Here's how I ended up mounting it: was off of the of the headrest of the passenger seat.
It turned out good.
Nice aluminum mount. First time I did it, I made these holes too wide because
Oh,
I,
yeah,
I
so it just
measured
flops and
I
whatnot.
measured off the 1 inch mark of the tape, so it was
Yeah.
7 1/4, not 6 1/4 like it actually is. So I had to recut a second one, but yeah, it just bolts onto the helmet blower like plate mount with one nut in between them to space it off, so it's got room to suck air. It actually worked really good the whole way there and back. It never moved a bit. I just
Oh
leave
yeah,
it-
you put the seat back down, and it's basically a
It's
I
like
just
clamped.
clamp
It's like
the
a
headrest.
soft clamp.
clamp the headrest tight and it holds it.
yeah, it's isolated bushing.
Yeah,
basically.
kind of.
I was worried that as it bounced, it was going to slowly pull the headrest up and like torque them out.
Oh, yeah.
So on the drive there, it didn't move at all. I'm like, amazing.
Sick.
So I was worried about like passing tech with like technically a non-secured thing. Like,
Yeah.
But
Once it reaches the first
Just
tooth, it should
tape
be.
it
but-
down.
yeah, it'll go up until a certain point, but it fits on there
Yeah.
tight, fits good. So then we finished up those things.
Yep.
And then loaded up the car.
Yep.
Here's the first
That was hard.
test load of the car.
Fucking race car shit.
This is at like 12:45.
Yeah.
We are leaving at 7 in the morning.
yeah.
It's like I still need to shower and eat dinner at this point.
Yep.
But it looks so cool. Like this is
And I like
I'm like, oh, we have plenty of time. And as I got closer, I'm like, damn, we
Fuck.
don't have a lot of time.
It was funny too because I like got home and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take a shower. I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna sit down and scroll TikTok for a little bit. I fucking got home, took a half warm shower, and then just laid in bed until I passed out. I'm like, fuck this.
Oh, when you got home after that?
Yes.
Yeah. After that, I still went. I took a shower and ate dinner. I went to bed at like 2.
Yeah. Same.
So I'm like exhausted. I'm like, all right, whatever.
It was a rough morning.
Then Sunday.
Sunday.
We're making progress. We're like half an hour in. We're making it slow and steady. So Sunday morning, we're planning on leaving here at 7. Marcus got here right about 6:52, I think, or
Yeah.
whatever.
I was running a little behind. I had to check
But
on the
still.
chickens that morning.
I was still loading stuff into the truck back and forth. We were still up and going. I think we left for like 7:02 or whatever.
We left here at 7:02.
Yeah.
Went to Casey's, got fuel and some brekkie.
I filled the truck from empty and the car from empty for $95.
Sick.
Wow.
Like both of my things were completely empty. I still can't put $100 in it. I'm like, this is awesome. I'm like,
To take my truck anywhere, I have to put $150 in it, and it's usually
And
only
that's not-
3/4 of a tank.
and that's not even a full tank.
How big is your tank?
50
again?
gallons
Oh,
of
Christ.
diesel.
Yeah,
Well, actually,
okay.
diesel's been cheaper than gas lately, so
Yeah.
I'm kind of okay with that.
But normally Andy just like puts the pump in and waits till the pump shuts off because it won't do.
yeah, it's
enough to
usually a
fill it.
$100 limit or $150 limit is almost always. I'm like, cool, fucking put the card in again.
The amount of times I've been, you're just like, God damn it! And
Yeah,
it's like
like
whatever.
Yeah.
Christ.
So anyway,
Sunday morning.
Sunday morning, car's already strapped. Get the cooler loaded, throw some ice in it at Casey's. Head up there. It was like an hour and 10-minute drive.
Yeah.
Really wasn't bad at all.
No.
And it's like on the way there, you like turn off the interstate, take a road for a couple miles, turn.
Did you drive past the drag strip?
No,
We
the
were
drag
just
strip is
south
like 6
of the-
minutes
yeah.
like north of where we are.
Okay.
Because you could hear like there
all
was a
day.
bike there.
It
all
was
fucking
it was
day
it was
long.
diesel drag.
That was Saturday.
diesel drags
No,
were
there-
Saturday.
Saturday,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
There was
But there
a
was-
bike because you
yeah,
could
gotcha.
hear wah, ba, ba,
Yeah.
ba.
But
You're
as you're
just fucking getting it.
as you get off like the highway and start driving, you're like, oh, there's the nuke plant. And you keep driving, you're like, it's still kind of right there. And as you keep driving, you're like, I have to turn in 1 mile. It's right the fuck there. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You drive right past the entrance, take a left, and then you're there.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you were in their backyard.
Basically. So
Yeah.
like there's like the two cooling towers.
Yeah.
100 foot. There's a chain link fence with razor wire. Another 10 foot, and then there's the road.
Yeah.
So it was funny because we were running
actually
radios.
might be.
You get to see it.
I don't know. It's not. That's not it. But hold on. It's getting angry. We go to maps.
yeah.
I don't know if you search the nuke plant on a map, does it get angry? Let's find out.
Satellite.
Yeah, go to satellite.
I'm working on it, guys. Chill. Okay.
Yeah, so
Sick
that
image.
I can't
So,
read
hold
what
on.
that says.
I'm
that
gonna-
road.
It's like something church road,
Yeah.
German church road.
Yeah,
Ah,
that's
neat.
the road that we're on.
So here's the nuke plant.
yeah.
So let me zoom out just a little bit, scroll up and there's where
Hey,
we're
look.
racing.
Neat.
Like it's
Yeah.
like you're driving
Byron
this,
Motorsports Park, yeah.
this whole road and you're just like, man, those
Yeah.
are getting close. Man, I got to turn soon. Is this taking me the wrong place? It's like,
Yeah.
nope.
Neat.
Literally, you just turn right after it, and we were racing right back here on this course.
So it was funny too because me and
Sick.
Brian had radios.
Is it like a dirt bike track over to
there was
the left?
also
Yeah.
an MX track right
Ah.
here.
Oh,
So you can hear
that's
guys-
a big one.
There was
You can
a
hear
bunch of
guys
kids racing
ripping
that
all
day.
day.
Yeah,
Speaking
I've
of that-
heard of Byron Motorsport or Byron
Motorsport Park, yeah.
I
Yeah.
posted pictures on my
MX, I guess.
On your Instagram,
no, on my Facebook,
that too. Yeah.
and my uncle went, "Dude, I was there racing my bike."
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's like, are you shitting me?
You could hear bikes.
based uncle moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hear bikes all across, like echoing, and then the drag strip. So let me pull this back
He
up.
plans to be there June 23rd too, so
Yeah,
he'll come up.
that'll
and
be the
watch-
next event,
Yeah,
yeah.
he'll come up and watch
So
us
here's
next time.
here's where we're racing up here. Here's the MX track here. The drag strip is about right here.
Oh yeah.
Like it is
Oh,
that
literally
makes
as
sense.
close as you can be
Yeah.
without being
well,
like
it's all the
connected.
noise ordinance not area.
yeah.
Like it's far enough away from everything, I
Hold
imagine.
on. Useful llama items.
Yo, we're stopping there next time.
When the girls come up, that they're gonna have to take a little
Let me
detour.
put it back to
Yes.
camera. I'm clicking on this. What the fuck is a useful llama item? Useful llama items.
Do they make
Okay.
They're
hats?
one-stop shop for all your alpaca and llama
Cats,
They have
supplies.
so
Dog
many.
care.
Look at
Yeah,
this-
they have a lot. I know they make socks. My
They do
grandparents
everything.
love
Oh,
the
that's so
socks.
sick.
Okay, apparently if we need llama stuff,
All right, we have a little detour. We have a
Cool.
lunch break item to go
Yeah.
look at.
we should drive over to the llama farm. All right.
So it was kind of
Let's add
funny.
that to the list of things I didn't know.
Yeah.
It was kind of funny how when we were passing the cooling towers, I radioed over to Brian. I was like, "Damn, look at them cloud generators!" And he didn't answer back. And I thought, "Oh yeah, we probably shouldn't
Yeah.
talk over the fucking radio." Like, oops.
Like he
oh,
said that,
well.
and I'm just like,
And
I don't
why
know-
not?
I'm like, I don't know if I would have said that around this controlled area. I'm sure they have like procedures in place.
Ah, it's
There's probably
fine.
like somebody like listening,
They're like-
and then they were like they heard it. They were like, "Well, nobody replied, so maybe it was just a random fucking
That's-
frequency." Whatever.
Like I
dude.
made an active choice not to respond to Marcus. I'm
Yeah.
like, for whatever reason, I'm just gonna not. I'm like, I don't
Fair
know
enough.
what could go wrong, but I don't want to find out.
You set off the nuke.
Yeah, it's just the plant just explodes.
Yeah, right.
People are like, "Oh, I'd be nervous being that close." I'm like, "We're just as screwed here."
Oh
It's
yeah,
fine."
literally. We the whole state of Illinois is fucked
Yeah.
if all the nuke plants blow
Yeah,
up.
I'm not concerned at all being that close. It's just cool to look at.
Yeah.
And it's cool because there's mist in the air cooling it down, right? No, it's hotter than fuck.
It
by
just
like
was hot.
by like 9:30, I was bright red. I had
Oh,
put
yeah.
sunscreen on like 4
Yeah.
times.
Yep.
But
Love that.
so we got there at like 8:30. Registration's
So you
8
need
to
a
9.
pop-up tent is what you're saying.
No, because you're always doing something.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
I thought
fair.
there'd be more free time. There's 0. You're always that way. The schedule keeps moving.
Oh, yeah. Fair.
So we got there. Registration is 8 to 9. We got there about 8:20, 8:30.
Yep.
And honestly, I think we need to get there at like 7:30.
Yeah. We need to
Because
get there like right when they
as
fucking
soon as
open
you
up.
get there, you need to be like ready to go.
Yeah.
Because there's
there's
stuff
just so
happening.
many people.
The course,
It's good. That sounds like it's good that they keep that fast
the
pace.
pace
there.
is
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Like they were on schedule or ahead of it the whole day.
Yeah.
Like it was
Sick.
with there was 39 cars in the field. I think that
think.
day. And it's
Wow.
like they're like with this many people, we're shocked we're ahead of schedule. I'm like, sweet.
Yeah, and like
Sick.
they stayed on schedule the whole day.
The whole
Yeah.
day kept moving good. It was awesome.
They did
But
good.
Yeah,
we got there at like 8:20 or
We
8:30.
need to get there earlier
we
because
should be there at 8 when they open, if not earlier.
I had to like keep coming back to the car, and I was like, okay, well, I'll take some stuff out. Okay, let me set the GoPros up, and then it was like, hey, we got to go do this, and it's like, fuck,
Yeah.
okay,
So I pulled
let's
up the
go
list.
do this.
I'm like, when's the guided course walk? Because as a first timer, you have to take the guided
Yeah.
course walk. It started at 9.
Mm-hmm.
I realized that at 9:20. And I'm like, ooh, shit. And then they called on the thing like guided course walk. I'm like, okay, perfect. They were late on that too.
Oh,
Like,
perfect.
but still, it's like showing up on what I thought was early on time. We were way late because we had to get the
Gotcha.
cars tacked, do this, do that. It's like,
Yeah.
Which carring?
The car
checking the
tech-
cars took 5 minutes.
That was my
Oh, yeah.
biggest concern.
Same.
Was teching.
Yeah.
I pulled up. He kind of like looked at it, checked the battery. And he's just like, "Yep, you're good to go." I'm like,
well, so
Fair.
he put his
They did the
foot.
same thing with my Mustang at the drag strip. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is capable of like 9 seconds with a good driver and good tires. But
like-
you just said, yep.
You're like, I'm just not that guy today.
So the tech guy literally put his foot on the top of one of the back wheels, one of the front wheels, put his weight on it, went, all right, that's good. Did it on the front. Yep, that's good. All right, pop your hood for me.
Wiggled the battery.
He was like, yep, looks good. Where's your helmet?
Yeah.
So I went and grabbed the helmet, and he's like, cool.
He's like, this thing's awesome. I'm like, yeah.
He did the
About
same
the
thing.
helmet, not the car.
Oh, come on.
He did the
You
same
didn't
thing.
have the coolest. Well,
might
besides
have-
the car.
There was some six. We'll go into that.
There
real
were,
quick.
yeah.
We're almost
Fuck
there.
card.
So here's your tech card. Is he just gives you a sticker.
Chicken.
This is how you know you passed tech.
Hands off my chicken nuggets.
He just had a roll of like random chicken stickers. He's like,
Perfect.
puts that on there. He's like, there you go.
Wasn't his license plate like
It was
chicken?
like chicken 58 or something. Yeah.
Chicken guy. Because he
I,
was the.
want to know that guy.
I'm like, he was a cool guy. He had a Fiesta ST too. I think.
Yes.
Like
what is it? PCC.
PCP, Physics Challenge platform.
Yeah, there you go.
I didn't have time.
Yeah,
to
we didn't
paint.
get that.
No,
we
I
were
know,
so
I know, I
late.
know.
But that's
A
your tech
gallon
card.
of
Is you get
PCP.
you just get a little chicken sticker. And I'm
love
like,
that, dude.
sweet, okay. So by the time we get back from tech, we're already late for course walk, but we weren't late because they started it late.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
all sorts of stuff. So we walked the course, kind of get everything figured out real quick.
Any jumps? Any yumps?
Kind of.
No jumps, a lot of yumps.
Some a lot of yumps. Yes. When we were doing the course walk, he described them as yumps.
Exactly.
Because it's not a jump, but there's spots where you did leave the ground.
Yeah.
So we do the course walk, whatever, and it gets split up into two. So there's
Two
four
groups.
There's 4 sections, and I thought you did 4 laps, or that you do 8 laps. So they're split into 2 groups, and one group runs while the other group does corner work. So you'll stand at a corner. If they hit a cone, you call it,
Oh,
you
yep.
flag it, you know. So Marcus happened to be in the first group. I was in the second group. So I was
Perfect.
course working while he was driving the first
Yep,
section.
that works. That's actually really good.
I'm
for
like,
you
wow,
guys,
that's actually, that way everybody's
Doing
fairly
something.
doing something.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, there's no downtime. You're always
Yeah.
in.
I
out.
see.
Yeah.
I
And
think
when-
our only downtime was we had
lunch.
like
Lunch.
5 to 10 minutes in between class 1 and class 2.
Yeah, barely.
And
You'd have enough time to
then-
like park the car, take your helmet off, breathe for a little
Yeah,
bit.
you
kinda just
had
look
like a
over
5-minute break, and then we
it,
had
and they'd start cars and start
15
lining
minutes
up.
for lunch, and then that was it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which honestly, it was fine. Like the
Yeah.
pace kept everything moving good. It was awesome. But
Gotcha. Yeah, this does not sound good after, like, this was not my ideal Sunday after driving for,
It was-
it
No.
was, I had 13 and a half hours in my car, in
Yeah.
the car Saturday.
It was
so I was like, I'm
disgusting.
sorry, brother. I'm not looking forward to going and like,
it was disgusting.
Standing in the heat all day
It was,
Saturday.
It was
well. Plus,
bad.
there's dust and everything, and
Yeah.
no real breeze. So it's like,
Yeah.
your like sweat would turn brown and sticky all day. Like it was.
There was a
brutal.
point where I was doing coursework, and I was like, I need to stop breathing with my mouth open because I can feel the dirt in my fucking mouth.
yeah,
It was-
you get used to it.
It was gross, but So first course up was Marcus.
Woot woot.
We'll pull up your little parade lap. And we'll just do a quick run through so you guys can see the course.
Yes.
Dash cam parade lap 1.
Oh, you
Marcus,
actually like.
I cut everything
Wow.
Bulls on parade.
because these clips were all like 8 minutes long.
Yeah.
Because we always
I forgot to
turn-
record the first 2.
forget to record or forget to turn the GoPro off and stuff. No, you have all yours.
No, I didn't. It's not that I forgot to record. It's I forgot to
turn it
stop
off.
recording. Is there audio in this?
There's
What is that?
there
I
it is.
muted it.
Get it
A
muted.
Lincoln LS?
That is a Lexus like IS 300.
Oh, okay.
2JZ rear wheel drive. This guy sent the fuck out of
Yeah.
that car.
Sick.
So you can tell at this point,
Actually, hold
I
on.
was.
Let me just rewind. I'll just like.
No, I was running the AC at this. 'Cause
Yeah.
I was fucking.
So this is a parade lap. And everybody gets a chance to like. We all drive the course in one big lap. So
Yep,
here's your
yep,
starting
yep,
gate
yep.
right here.
Yeah.
So you take off. You follow. So here, this is called a pointer cone.
Yes.
So for these, I'm gonna zoom in. Hopefully it shows up.
Are you on it?
I-
The red
yeah.
border?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's
I
a
think so.
there's a regular cone
There's a
that's
a
standing
vertical
up,
cone,
and then there's one that's pointed.
that means
Yes.
you must. This cone in specific means you must be on the left side of the
Yes.
cone
Yes.
where it's pointing.
Yes.
So this will help kind of show you how the track
Same goes
works.
for autocross as well.
Yeah, same idea. It's just in grass, so sometimes it's hard to see.
That's true. I am looking at it now. I'm like, yeah, that cone's half
so
visible.
look at how much grass there is on this path still.
Yeah.
So you come out-
Soon there will be none.
Big sweeping
Yeah.
left, come in forward to a right hand,
Yep.
more pointer cones on the inside. You're about halfway through this, and it switches back to the left.
Yep.
And then we had
And then this.
Our the double cones mean it's a sharper turn?
no, it's a gate.
No, the ones behind us.
Oh,
a second.
yes.
So let me pop back real
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah, no, yeah, those two right
Yes.
there.
These two on the left side. Yeah, that's
Just a sharper turn?
Yes.
Yeah, it's just kind of a caution left, you know. So then this right here is a
First gate.
Is called a gate, and that's just you have to drive between these cones.
Yeah.
Without hitting any of them.
Yeah. I mean, you can hit them. It's
Well,
a 2
yeah, you
second
could-
penalty per cone. If you miss one,
Car, a Blazer, was it a Forester, Impreza?
We have a whole list of every
Crosstrack?
single car.
there's all sorts of cool stuff.
Yeah.
So this is what I call the horseshoe.
Yeah.
So it comes out straight, and you take a big 180
Yep,
degree right.
Yep.
So I've been calling this the horseshoe to myself. Comes out of
I'll
that
refer to the nutsack.
into another gate.
Sure.
Another gate.
Little left into this corner. It's a right hand turn. I call this the back corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
And
looks like
it's hard to tell, but
covered
it
by
kind of goes
trees.
uphill here a little bit.
Yep.
The
And then
GoPro
into
flattens
the
this out
left.
so much.
Yeah.
Well, because it's in super view.
Yeah. But a little left, another gate,
Into a gate.
and then a jump right there.
Oh yeah.
It was like 2 yumps.
And then
Yeah, there's
into
a couple.
the last corner, as I call it, it's a big sweeping right. Look at how much grass there is.
I had the
This will
ship box
change.
sideways with all-wheel drive in this.
I was about to say, I don't remember there being this much grass.
There was for the
There
first
was,
run.
in the
Yeah.
beginning.
So Marcus's class
Once
is,
once two groups go through,
you wanna
it's
pause this real quick?
Probably not.
Yeah. So right here is the last section called the slalom.
Yes,
there's
I
three.
see that.
There's 3 cones. You
Yep.
can do it in whatever order you want as long as you weave. You can
Yeah,
do
you,
left,
yeah,
right,
you have
left,
to go through every
or right,
Yes.
left, right.
You cannot
yes.
skip one.
Technically,
No.
they're just sideways gates.
Yes.
So you have to weave in and out of them. It doesn't matter how you do it, though.
Yeah. Usually you'll try to do it however the corner leads you to.
Yes.
If it leads you pointing left or right, you usually follow that because
Yeah.
that way you carry more speed through the first
Yeah.
one.
Taking a right-hand corner, I always did them right, left, right. So I'd
Yeah.
already start turning into the right
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
come back.
Yeah, you already have the wheel pointed to the right.
Yep.
Keep that going until
Yep.
you pass that first cone, then left. Yeah.
Marcus immediately does it left first.
yeah.
Left,
I love that.
right, left, through it, and then here's your final gate.
Yep, the
this
double
is
cones.
This is what stops. It's got your timers here. This is what stops
Gotcha.
your lap.
Yep.
And then over here on the far side, it's really hard to see. I wish I could zoom in. There's a timer board, so you can
Yep.
see how fast you're going if you're paying attention.
Yeah.
It's like I barely ever noticed it because
Do they have like an app on your phone or like a website?
they
or
have a whole
something?
website
They
that
have a
live
whole
updates.
website.
Yep. That's what I figured.
Which
that-
they, thank God we had like 2 bars of fucking internet.
There's
so
good for that. many-
Verizon
Oh,
stay
yeah.
losing. I had 5.
Mine worked fine. I never had a problem. So technically, you did another parade lap after that, but we didn't need to play it
Yeah.
twice. You got a kind of general lay of the land. You know, it's a lot. It's left, left, big horseshoe, right, around the end.
Yeah.
Kind of. It's a weird kind of lap thing. So
once enough people started driving on it, you could tell exactly
Because-
where the
oh,
fuck
yeah.
you were going.
Marcus's class is all the all-wheel drive cars and the modified rear-wheel drive cars. So there's a bunch of like high horsepower all-wheel drive things disintegrating the ground.
Love that.
And then there was me.
We'll run through pictures later, and like you can see
Oh, yeah.
roosters and shit, but.
yeah.
We'll just click through a couple of these laps. We probably don't need to play all 8 of both of our laps. We'll just kind of skip through them and just see what's
Yeah.
what. So here's lap 1.
Oh, don't play fucking lap one. I was so slow.
I was slow too.
All right,
Yeah,
fine.
we're
We'll
playing
do
lap ones and the lap
We'll do
4
like
or whatever.
1, 3, like 5,
Yeah,
and 7.
sure.
We'll just do the odd numbers or whatever.
Yeah.
So this is the first lap. You get to start at the back cones, and your time doesn't start till you cross the front cones.
Oh, okay.
So you get
Because it's a laser gate. So once
Yeah.
that laser's broke, your
you
time
get a
starts.
you get a rolling start
Yep.
essentially.
Where are your transponders on your dash?
There's no
There's
it's just
no
laser
transponders.
gate.
It's just laser gates.
just
So
lasers.
the guys
Gotcha.
over here
Yeah.
read the number on the side of your car.
Yep.
Say this
they
car
put it on the
running.
website or whatever. Yeah.
You can hear the guy say it in a couple of these clips, like
Yeah. Gotcha.
sending car 338 or whatever,
Yep.
and then send him.
Yep. What was your number, Marcus?
338,
He
and
was
Brian
338, I
was
was
458.
458.
Gotcha. You did not get to pick.
You did.
No, you did.
Oh, okay.
We went
So,
with 2, right?
we
or
were
2
talking about
calibers.
it like last week and the week before. Like
Mm-hmm.
neither of us have raced semi-professionally at all. We've never
Yeah.
needed a number.
Wait, this was semi-professional?
no.
Oh, okay, good.
Well, it's
Yeah.
it's a ranked racing series.
Yeah.
I mean,
This
technically
one
it
is
amateur
more than anything.
Yo!
We've never raced anything official enough that we need our own numbers.
Yeah.
Like Andy, you've got a number, and you've had the same number for what 10 years now.
Yeah.
At least.
What's your number?
424.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is my dirt. Well, I like 24, but usually, like especially like with dirt bikes, like there were so many people locally. Like I saw the number 24 a dozen times.
Yeah.
I'm like 424. No one has it. I've seen a couple
Exactly.
close, like 420, obviously.
Yeah.
Just kind of a random mix of the 420 issues, but no one else has ever had 424.
Exactly. So
Once you
it's-
get to the 3-digit numbers, it's really hard. Like I've been out of state, and no one else
Yeah,
has
exactly.
had my same
and we
number, so.
designed our spacing,
our number plates
all on
to allow
on
3-digit
3 numbers. Exactly.
because
yeah.
I don't want to step on anybody's toes and show up with the same.
Yeah, if
numbers
you
and
pick
stuff.
number 21, well, surely somebody else has a
21?
21.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because.
So it's like we didn't have a real rhyme or reason. We're just like, I'm like, okay, I was thinking about it. I don't know if that was what day that was, but we were talking about it. I'm like, I think I'm just gonna pick like some obscure rifle caliber because
Yeah.
it's like because I wanted 187. Because 187 is that's what 3/16 plate is, and I love using 3/16 plate for all my projects because
fair.
it's perfect. It's thick enough and it's thin enough. It's like
Yes.
the perfect mix. Somebody already had it, of course. I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, 3-digit number. Like, we'll pick some obscure rifle calibers that like 99% of people like.
Yeah.
If you put
not 5.56 or 2.23,
exactly.
Yeah.
It's like everyone will be like, oh, it's a gun, whatever, you know. But it's like it's obscure enough.
338 Lapua.
Yeah, and 458 SOCOM.
Oh, okay.
It's like
yeah. I was like 4.5. I was thinking Ferrari. I'm like 4.5. Okay.
I guess,
but yeah.
Honda Rari. So write that
Rari.
down. But I had one person like, is that a gun? And I'm like, yeah. He's like,
Okay.
hell yeah. He's like, oh, I saw your buddy had 338. It clicked. I'm
Yeah,
like, I'm like,
yeah.
sweet. Okay, so yeah. If you don't know, you're not gonna like, oh, funny gun.
338.
Right.
It's
338. Obviously I picked out more, but yeah.
Yeah,
SOCOM.
that's because
that
Marcus
makes
never
sense.
shuts up about it.
True.
338 Lapua, baby, it's fucking massive.
But yeah, it's like it's obscure enough, and it's like all right, it's kind of creative, I guess.
gotcha.
Like whatever.
Are you gonna keep? You guys gonna try to keep?
Oh,
those
yeah.
numbers?
Since nobody
Yeah.
else had them, I think I'm just gonna.
That,
keep
yeah,
that.
at the very least for this, yeah.
was-
If you guys were gonna go do dirt bike racing, then you might have to change it because if somebody else
That's
has it. But yeah,
that's the thing is just not stepping on anybody else's number.
Yeah.
They
Yep,
show up,
yep,
you're
yep.
like, oh, I got these custom badges made that say number 1. Like, what do you mean I can't use that?
Exactly.
So I was
exactly.
really in between 3 numbers.
You did have a good little list there. if you
I
wanna run
had
through
338, which is the ammo caliber, 555, which is the
And I'm 666.
80s and 90s Subaru number that they always ran with.
those. The rally
Oh,
team
yes.
The
number.
rally
Yes.
team number.
Yeah.
And then I had 404 for the error code.
I thought that
Yeah,
was
I was thinking- I was thinking
I wish
404.
you would have
Well,
done
that's
that.
actually
That's funny.
sick, yeah.
I like both 338 and 404. I do like.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But either way, so we'll run through lap 1 now and just we'll give a quick kind of idea of. We have some videos from the outside too, but at this point we're 45 minutes in.
Yeah.
so we're
That's
It's going to be a long episode. Fuck it.
We don't need all the dash cams either.
No.
We can do outsides too. I'd actually like to see the outsides too.
Yeah. So here we go. Take off.
Are you on the floor?
Yes.
Okay. I figured,
wait-
but damn.
wait.
2.4 things.
Wait until you hear me come around that back horseshoe from the outside and it's just.
I'm gonna have to give it a little bit more
Problems.
volume because you can barely hear it. The most you hear is the car cluttering. But like,
Oh, yeah. I miss shift.
it feels so slow when you're doing it. Of course, we recorded all these in 60, and now we're recording them on 24 now, so it's gonna be all janky.
Oh yeah.
Man.
But we get to
The video footage does not do it justice.
Oh god, no.
I got out
you
of
can
this
already
first
see
one.
the track is kind of getting burned in.
Oh, yeah.
This is
I
after
was
the
towards
first
the
laps.
rear.
Yeah.
But when I got out and I was done with my first 4, my fucking hands were shaking
Oh,
from the
absolutely.
adrenaline running through me. I was like, oh, I'm digging this.
Imagine that, but you weigh I don't know, a
quarter as
tenth,
much.
and you
Yeah.
fly through the air. That's dirt
Yeah.
bike racing.
Here's into the slalom, hard brake in, overdrives a little, recovers good, standing on it. Brr.
Yeah, just burr. Just go burr.
Okay, so now just play my
You're what?
third to last, because that was without my music.
We can do those two. I muted the music through them. So
Oh,
it's fine.
okay. Then yeah,
'cause I cut all
put-
these clips.
Put my very last one because that was my best time.
You just want to do like a couple,
Yeah,
like one
and
of
then
each.
we'll do one of each of the interior, and then we can
Okay.
do the outs.
So here's our second GoPro. I have like 1 second of the audio playing, and then it mutes. So try to
Yeah.
pick up what song it is.
It was Black Sabbath.
but you had to pick up which song. And just immediately I cut
Yeah.
it, but like the interior view we mounted on the back window.
That was the immediate line I thought, actually.
Yeah, that's why I muted it. Cause I'm like, you guys will get it, but
This is a good, I like this
You could-
POV,
you can-
actually.
Thank you.
Yeah.
you can feel the car.
You can
kinda
see how
moving
fast you're
around.
moving the wheel and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, it gives a lot more perspective. You're not just like cruising around.
And you can still kind of see the track too. If you can actually go like a hair lower to see less of the headline,
Yeah, I-
would almost be better.
when
Oh,
this
no,
was
I understand.
doing
It's
it
first
quick.
time.
Yeah.
Like just like the Washington trip, like we learned a lot about
setting up
footage.
cameras,
where
and
to
stuff.
put the fucking cameras and whatnot.
But like
yeah.
doing it in person, you feel like you were flying.
Oh yeah, you feel like you're going 120 fucking miles an hour. Like
then-
I shouldn't be doing this.
Oh, you just borrowed Brian's helmet?
yeah,
Yeah.
because we were in
Gotcha.
different classes, so we could just.
Oh
do
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Coming around the big horseshoe.
I didn't know if you brought your bike helmet and they were like, no, you can't use that one.
No, it wouldn't pass tech anyway. But you could see him counter.
I would have brought it just because.
Probably,
Like,
but-
granted, yeah, their website.
He checked the certs.
Okay, I'll say their website might have been, strict, but
Go
who
through the
knows?
slalom and then out the back. Hold on.
Wait.
No, hold on.
Oh, you.
Hold on. No, hold on. One of these.
I ended one and went, "Fuck yeah!"
That's 7, I think. Hold on, because I purposely cut that back into it. Let me see if it's.
so
in
now
this
I
one.
will say
Hold on.
7 and 8.
Here we go. Yeah, here you go. Woo! At the end.
So I will say that I had my music for the last two because I'm like, "Fuck it, I'm already in the place that I'm at.
Now you're just having fun.
Yeah.
I want to have fun on these last two." And like, I
So do you want to
figured-
explain to like positioning?
We'll
or,
do.
like
We'll run through
we-
mine and then
okay.
we'll just do
Yeah,
all
we'll,
the times
we'll,
at
we'll do
once.
both. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna put my fucking music on because I just put my phone up under.
Up in
I
his weenie.
sat on my phone.
Yeah, yeah.
basically.
If only you had pockets.
So the
multiple pockets.
full.
Timing
Cargo
guy-
shorts are good for.
Cargo amounts of pockets.
the timing guy
hold on, let
when
me
I
just,
would
like-
come up to the gate, I would
Oh damn it!
roll my windows up
Anyway.
because we could only leave a 1-inch gap. I'd get everything set. I'd downshift into first. I'd start my music, and it started, and he just fucking
He just loved
burst
it.
out fucking laughing. He's like, "Fuck yeah!" And I was like, "It's my last two. I gotta haul ass."
Pretty much. Yeah.
So when you say your last two, was it like back-to-back laps?
So-
it's a group of
we
how
Hold on,
many?
ran-
let me pop up one of my pictures because it'll show how
Okay.
we grid up.
Yeah.
Picture.
We ran
interior.
4 and 4.
So when you finish your lap, you just pull around to the back of the pack.
Okay.
The
okay.
left lane is for cars with 2 drivers. There was a lot of cars with 2 drivers. There was one with 3. That green Forester had 3 drivers.
because they were in like
Shit.
Oh,
So when
okay.
you're running 2 drivers, you need to run twice as many or
Yeah.
twice as often.
Yeah.
So the left lane's like your express, like 2 driver
Yeah.
lane, and
That-
your
Yep.
right is your
Yep.
single
that
driver
green
lane.
Forester ran in 2 separate classes.
Yeah, I suppose. I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know shit.
That
man.
thing was fucking ripping.
They were hauling ass in that thing. But anyway,
Neat.
so you would just when you'd finish your lap over here on the right side, you just spin around and get in line. Yep. You just get 4 laps
Yeah.
per heat.
Okay.
So we each did 2 heats. So we got a total of 8. So you would just pull back into grid, and whenever you're up, you're up.
Gotcha.
So
Either of you guys get hot?
Marcus has got real
Yes.
fucking.
I
hot.
think I'll say
Yes. So I learned my lesson
see,
because
let
I
me
was
pictures-
idling
pictures
while
with
I
the
was
hood
just
up.
sitting there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Here's-
every Subaru was doing this.
Every
Yeah.
car was doing it, but every car made more power than your car.
Well, yeah.
Except for mine, I guess. But-
So
Took the roof rack off
no.
for speed.
Well, for weighting
And the thing on the
clearance and the rear bumper
Oh,
guard.
true.
for clear,
true.
now
Yeah.
I kind of the next one I want to see if they will let me race with them.
I still wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
Just for
Wor-
like
worst
just for
case,
clearance. It's easy to
worst
take them
ca-
off.
Exactly. Worst case scenario, we show up, they go, "No, you can't race with that."
I mean, they probably wouldn't care. To
They,
be
I
fair,
don't think they would
yeah.
care. They
I
never
would just
checked
take
height.
them off.
Still
regardless.
Eh.
Well, the Dakar had, granted, the Dakar is a very low
Very
profile
different
car,
thing,
but,
but
it had a
still-
roof rack look like.
So
So we watched the 2 of Marcus's runs.
Yep.
We'll watch 2 of mine just
Yep.
for
Yes.
continuity's sake. I forgot to hit record on my first lap. I hit the power button instead of record. I was
Yeah.
like, son of a bitch. So I
Yep.
lost lap 1 to the ether. So
It's
let's
fine.
go through number 2.
lap 1 doesn't count. That was a warm up.
I'm curious to hear this on with a manual.
It's
If you're
way
just
different.
Rev the fuck out.
Oh yeah. I think I was in first gear this whole lap.
I was curious if you were able to shift to second.
I did.
What do you rev to? What's your red line?
I think 7 or 8. Yeah, it's way up there.
I would probably have to go into second because mine does not rev. that high.
I needed to go into second to go faster. So my first laps were very slow. You can hear me just constantly wham, wham, wham.
You're right there though. Like here, yep. I would have. Well, maybe not.
Dude, you look so much fucking faster on this.
Yeah.
It sounds faster.
No, it looks faster.
It looks, yeah.
Bang, shifting to second on the straight.
Downshift. Up through back corners.
So I've been driving the Starved Rock curves every day to work in Ottawa. Dude, honestly, I think I'm gonna get like $- on my Drive Safe and Save app because I'm hauling ass.
So
Speaking of,
let me finish
Speaking
this
of-
and then go into it.
Okay.
Coming into the slalom.
Do you have that too? I'm assuming.
We'll talk about it.
Okay.
Okay, so there's my second lap technically.
This isn't any worse than I should definitely bring mine next time because
Yes,
this
you
is not
should.
any worse than me driving mine every day.
It is unbelievably fun.
Yeah.
I might register the Fusion.
Oh,
I
I
don't
would
know about
do
We're
that.
taking your bumper off as a precaution. Like
There
at the
was,
very least.
there was several cars there with bumpers off before
Yeah.
the race and
so
some during.
the first.
Okay, drive safe and save.
I will.
Do that first.
Fine.
I'm gonna go pee.
So the first lap got done, or first heat for mine, my first 4 got done, and I pulled in and I had put some stuff. I had my mod and my juice in my glove box because I was like,
That's where your thing's stuck.
I want to put it in there so it's not.
Yeah, for
flying
anybody who
around.
doesn't know the Drive Safe and Save, it's a little like GPS.
It's a little hockey puck,
It's a
basically.
2-inch by 2-inch.
Yeah.
Like they give you double-sided
Little
sticky
square.
tape. You're supposed to
I
stick
don't
it in your
fucking
glove box.
stick it to anything.
Oh, I did.
So I like opened that and I was like, huh. Well, I forgot to take that out. I guess I'm gonna have to call my insurance agent on Monday and be like, hey.
Oh, I wouldn't say a fucking word.
I'll get to it. So, because Tuesday, me and Tori had to once a year we go and bullshit with them just to see how we're all doing.
That's fast as
And
hell.
turns out that thing, because I haven't fucked with it because it just hasn't been recording
Which thing?
my
The
drive safe and save.
Yeah.
It's on and it works, but it doesn't record my trips.
Honestly,
Oh,
good
okay.
because you left it plugged in. It would have fucked your data.
Yeah.
up.
Well, so
It's not
told
it's not a plug-in. It's all
like
wireless.
Bluetooth.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
So
I'm assuming like when the battery dies, they just send you another one.
He was like,
I don't
so long story short, I went and talked with Ian on Tuesday. And kind of went through it and I was like, oh, hey, by the way, can you like pull that data up? And he's like, well, not really. Why? And I was like, well, I don't think it recorded, but I did take the shitbox rally racing on a closed professional course
Allegedly.
With insurance.
with insurance
With insurance.
on Sunday. And he goes, dude, that's fucking awesome. I was like,
so can
yeah.
I get that data? Or?
So are my rates going to go up? Which is funny enough because I didn't know that storage insurance was a fucking thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean you didn't know that?
Yeah, didn't know
Andy's
that.
just been talking about it for like a month.
Yeah, with the
months.
Mustang and shit.
yeah.
I wasn't able to do it because I have a loan on it.
Yeah.
ever
Sorry. After driving to Ottawa 3 weeks going through the curves, I went from a 70% cornering to a 40.
Ooh, you suck.
I was gonna pull
Oh
up
wait,
my
no, that means that you're doing good.
It means you're apex.
Yeah, that means I'm doing really good.
so good. It's
Get it
bad.
down to a 15, brother.
That's what we were talking the one day. Like, how low could we possibly get it?
Yeah, I'll
Probably
look.
getting close.
Is this for the Subaru? Or?
Put the responder or the transponder on the bike. I'll have it down to a 0 in a
You're like
week.
speed 0.
You, dude,
cornering 0.
the way I drive the fucking Subaru. Yeah,
it might as well be a bike.
Yeah.
So because I don't drive the truck ever and I never really like texted it, I had $38 a month savings.
Damn.
The Subaru, I have $9 of savings.
That's a lot less.
Hey, it's
And you
better
drive
than
a lot
nothing.
more.
You're saving $40
You
a
probably
month,
can't
brother.
save that much on that car because it's probably not
No.
worth anything to them. But anyway,
I should get one of
But
those.
yeah.
6. So we'll pull up my in-car. I think lap 7 was my fastest.
I can pull it up to double check.
We'll talk about it here in a minute.
Wow,
anyway.
look at that cool thing up
Yeah.
on top of your head.
Oh, hold on. Andy's got more developing information.
Spit it out.
Before the curves, I hit one speed
Penalty.
warning.
Sure.
It goes as followed: cornering, speed, cornering, speed, cornering, speed, and then we're out of the curves.
You're out of the-
By the way, the curves are 20 turns in 3 miles.
Yeah.
Which sounds impressive for us, and for anyone else is like, that's it? Like,
Yeah, no,
we got
for,
like 200 curves.
Yeah,
in
it just
5
so
miles.
happens it's my fucking. Oh yeah. Oh god.
Is it worse?
Heavy acceleration.
Hell yeah.
How?
Downshift.
How? It doesn't accelerate.
Cornering.
This had to be going downhill because there's no way you got a heavy accel going uphill. It's not possible.
It was leaving the 4-way.
Yep.
So
okay.
how sensitive is it with like the speed limit?
I don't.
Apparently very.
It's very because
Is it like by 5 or?
Oh god.
it
Probably by
takes,
10 or something.
It takes
So, yeah,
the data straight off your
speeding-
phone of your
speeding-
location data.
Acceleration from the 4-way, speeding, corner, speeding. That's it.
Yeah. So a lot of cornering and speeding.
Wow.
When you're racing, that's what it's like, you know?
Yeah, I raced my way to work.
So yeah,
No kidding.
thank God my transponder didn't work because
Your rates would have just doubled.
Ian probably would have called me and been like, "What the fuck are you
You'd be
doing?"
like, did your car get stolen? You're like, no.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, please replace it. Anyway, so here's what I think is my fastest. Lap 7.
Hell yeah. How did the fan work?
Great.
Yeah.
As long as you
Hold
didn't
on.
sit there too long.
I do want to point out one thing.
Yeah.
So the path was out here for every other session,
Oh, yeah, they
except
moved
for
it.
not for Marcus's second, but for my second, they moved it from an outside lane to an inside.
Yeah.
They just randomly did that, didn't tell anyone. So my
Oh, yeah.
my first lap of the second session, I swung wide. I'm like, this isn't the road anymore. I'm like, what happened? Because this is where we've been driving, is
Yeah.
over here. They moved it to a gate on the inside.
Did they have any like follow up to that?
So my next lap, I came around. I
Yeah.
asked the guy, I'm like, did they move these? He's like, oh yeah, it was getting rutted up, so we just moved it in. I'm like, would have been great to know that. Like,
Yeah. All right.
So I blew through 2 gates on my first of the second session. So that's
Did they
like,
let you redo that?
I don't. So on the scoring, it says 0/2. I don't know if they like you missed 2 gates, but we're not going to count it against
Okay,
you
that's
because we moved them and didn't tell you. But
Maybe.
technically, that's a 20-second penalty.
Yeah.
Which sucks if they didn't give it to me, but either way.
Shit.
So I'm coming the inside now. Oh, did I lose the audio? No.
Oh.
You gotta be kidding me. Poop. Oh, what the
Oh,
fuck?
you cut the fucking audio.
I didn't cut it. God
need
damn
to
it.
cut
I don't
it.
know. It's probably not coming back. Anyway, this sucks. The Raws have the audio and they're still on.
Oh,
the
there you go.
computer,
You're into second well before the curve.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
The
hauling
back-
ass.
Watch the
in
car
this one.
move around into these corners.
Yeah, I did. I saw the rear end.
see
Yep, you're
The
sliding
back of
a
the
little
car
bit.
slides
now you're
so much.
understeering a little bit.
But just wide open understeer. Into second early. Big swing into the corner.
Oh, this is where I got that sick picture.
Down
Yeah.
into first, up through back.
I like
horseshoe bend.
Turns out the more you shift from first to second, the faster the car goes because it like loads the clutch up and jolts it forward even more.
Hell yeah.
It's like you have to just abuse the clutch to make this thing go.
Sick.
Yeah, we need to fix that.
So next time
hydraulic
we go,
thing.
we're just gonna load up all 3 cars on my trailer
That works
because
too.
we would
Hell
look
yeah.
so professional.
There's not room for that.
There isn't.
It was hard to park my truck and trailer,
Oh damn.
but
Oh, we could probably pull out in
Okay.
the south lot instead
let
of
me
the
just see if
paddock.
this next one kept the audio just for shit get in. Maybe we can hear the car go.
Go burr.
Oh.
Okay, apparently I fucked up something in Premiere. I gotta make sure to check that before I edit this shit because that would suck.
Leave a sticky note.
Go
or
back
something.
one more. Sounds okay.
Car sounds.
This is after I had to edit Marcus's audio out, so that's probably why it's fucked up.
Do you think the all-wheel drive really helped?
Yes.
Okay.
Without having it, so I could feel the car skittering across a lot of bumps and stuff.
Where you're losing
I could-
losing traction.
I could tell
you don't have
it
that.
wasn't going.
Yeah. I gotcha.
So my last two, you can't hear it obviously, but I went wide open through this whole back section, like bouncing all over the place.
The outside clipping.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go to those next just to get some context. Because on the inside, it feels like you are flying.
Yeah. Did you handbrake that?
I did not.
Okay.
If
Damn.
you-
You,
thought
you
you
must have been on the
did, yeah.
shifter. Yeah. I
the
wasn't
car
sure.
is so front heavy. If you tap the brakes, the rear jumps.
Sick.
Like sideways. It's so much fun. Like I've never felt a car like move around me like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you turn in and tap the brake, you feel it slide. I'm like, this is front wheel drive. I shouldn't be doing this. This is awesome.
yeah.
Okay,
Let's go
I've
to
got a
our
couple of
outside clips.
yeah, I've got a couple of just outsides. We'll just skip through a couple of them. Here's one of my early laps.
Yes.
This is from Nick.
This is from Nick on the
Okay.
side. Yeah,
Gotcha,
my
gotcha.
dad's head right there. But
Oh yeah.
Hi, Greg.
looks so slow from the outside, though.
Yeah.
This was like one of your first. 'cause
I'm in
they
there
were sitting
fighting
over
for
there.
my life, and it just looks like I'm idling. There it goes around towards the horseshoe. Let me switch to the one of doing the horseshoe. This is
I love this.
Yes.
This is one of the last sessions of the day because you can see me actually fucking hauling, kind of.
one. And you can hear Brian's dad in the background.
Yeah.
That's how to get after it.
Okay, yeah. Once you reach second on the back there, or like on the back straight, that was you
can
could
go-
tell you're picking up speed.
Watch the car surge as I shift into second.
Yeah.
You can see the car actually like jolt forward faster.
Oh yeah.
Like it picks up mile
Once
and
once you get into the gear and like the engine RPM starts to wind down and put it
as
down,
it loads the clutch more
Yeah.
and more, it pulls the car like.
fuck yeah.
Do you have the video that Nick took of that blue RS?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I'll go into yours real quick.
Yeah,
And we'll go into
yeah,
the other
yeah.
cars. We'll go to
Yeah,
your
others.
outside
So,
videos.
so we'll
Do you
show
got
how
the
we
rev
did.
limiter?
Maybe.
Are you hitting it?
Maybe, I don't know. We're already an hour and 10, and we're just trying to, I'm just gonna
Yeah,
keep it
that's
moving.
fine.
Okay.
I have it all saved in one spot though, so
So
here's
here's the shit
Marcus hitting the
box.
horseshoe. This must still be early because there's still grass in some of these spots, but no, this is late because this is the path we cut.
Yeah.
Yes.
Here it comes. Like right here is where auto and all-wheel drive makes such a difference.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
You can
pulling
just
out
hear
of
the
the corner,
Yeah, where you were starting to understeer, it still has power playing into it.
and it'll just pull the car around.
Yeah, I would just tap the brakes, wait till it
Kind of
the weight shifted a little bit, and then hit it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So we'll run through. We have a couple other videos just of some other cars
Want to go
for.
for pictures first or no?
We'll just hit the other videos of the other cars.
Just do the blue Focus, because that thing was
Dude,
fucking hauling ass.
It's a Fiesta ST.
Oh, sorry.
So
Yeah.
this is the guy that won my class, the stock front wheel drive.
Okay.
This is what an extra 150 horsepower does
Fair.
With a turbo.
with the turbo. Yeah.
This dude was bitching. But
he
just
was
listen.
flying.
Oh yeah.
You hear the tire squeal?
On dirt.
'Cause he just
Wait.
Yeah.
He
Wow.
is fucking moving.
yeah.
Well, fuck. I wouldn't even be in stock class, would I?
Not with your wheels. You'd have to go to prepared.
Fuck.
Which classic. Honestly, after doing it, I don't care about winning.
Oh,
It is-
yeah.
Well, one,
just
I didn't,
fun.
obviously.
Yeah. How far off?
Here,
Okay.
we'll do
We'll
one of
talk
the-
about times
We'll
later.
show the
but-
Porsche.
We'll
Yeah.
do the Porsche.
Yeah.
So this is just some old guy who brought, or it's an old guy and his son. They brought just like play around
Yeah.
with.
It's a
on
Porsche.
dirt.
It's a Porsche 911 Dakar.
It's
Yeah.
a 2024.
Yeah.
Yeah, this thing
It's,
is
I'll say it's either
911
a
Dakar.
3 or a 4.
this thing is brand new, and he's just like he's driving it to
With a
church.
full wrap job on it.
This is
Yeah.
like lap 1 or 2, but he's just like
Yeah.
just hanging around.
Fuck it. Why not?
Like this is like the first.
They'll
lap,
talk about that
probably.
fucking forever. Hey,
It's-
I took my $150,000 fucking car to a local Rallycross.
Yeah, it was probably the most expensive car there by a pretty good
Oh,
chunk.
by
Easily.
far.
Let's
Next
see.
to the Audi.
There was 2 Audi TTs, and
Oh,
they
yeah.
were.
Ooh,
They were
yeah.
fucking
They
cooking.
did pretty decent.
Hell yeah.
We have a lot of pictures here.
We'll
Hold on,
just
let me try to
scroll through
scale
them
these
quick.
way up. We'll just go through some of the random cars. So here's that Forester we were talking about.
Yeah.
That ripped the rear bumper off.
The bumper came off the first run. It ripped it off.
Love
This
that.
thing was this had 3 different drivers, and it was unbelievably rowdy.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if they must have been a modified because they were hucking this thing around.
Nice.
These are all pictures from my camera. Here's a black Subaru in the modified class.
Yeah.
This thing was every time it come around what I call that back corner, the very back left, it would throw sideways and throw a rooster probably 30 feet. Like
Love
it was
that.
so cool. Here's an older Subaru wagon,
Impreza.
like a 95 or something, I think it said. This guy was also hauling ass.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's
Yeah.
in modified. It doesn't. Normally you have like a little logo with your class apparently. Oh, fuck, he got me. Shit.
What is that? Oh, motherfucker.
I got to get after him after that. But this thing was like all these cars that modified were zooming.
Oh, yeah.
This thing's
Hell yeah.
awesome.
That thing was fucking
Yes.
tense.
That looks professional.
He does actual.
you.
He does actual
I meant
rally
the car.
in this thing,
Not,
too.
sorry. It's a good picture too, Nick. Sorry, but yeah,
picture is
It is a
unbelievable.
very good picture too.
But like this guy does actual rally in this thing, like
Yeah.
dirt fish stickers. Like
Oh, yep,
he does
yep,
actual
yep.
rally
Well,
racing.
there's a cage in it.
yeah,
Yeah, there was a cage.
This thing's for sale, and he was hucking this thing.
Yeah.
I almost
assuming it's
wanted to
another
ask
modified
how
car.
much he wanted for it.
You can't afford it,
I
pal.
know.
Let's see what else we got. Here's the Porsche up close again.
Yeah, we let him borrow some tape.
This
This
thing.
I thought that was a
This
fucking.
dude.
Oh, I
This is
thought that was a typhoon.
It is a Typhoon.
Wow.
He had the fastest lap time.
So he is in modified all-wheel drive.
Yep.
He won the national championship last year.
Oh.
Not like, oh, he's good. Like, he's real good.
Yeah.
we were in
Really good.
the
That's sick.
high fours.
Fours.
He
for time?
yeah,
Like
400s.
Yeah, your combined
combined.
time.
Yeah.
He was 399.
Like, his average run was like 49 seconds, where our average was like 57, 58.
Which
High-
on a
high 50s.
less than a minute course, 8 to 10 second gap is huge.
On a twin turbo Typhoon.
Yeah, that thing was
This
fucking
thing
nasty.
boogie.
Awesome.
Another just generic
little
car.
pickup
Sentra, I
Camry.
think? Oh, Camry.
But like
yeah.
hucking this thing still.
Oh yeah, I heard him bounce around that back outside so many times on the bump stops. I was
Yeah.
like, oh.
This is where Nick got into burst
Oh,
modes.
yes.
So there's a bunch of individual really good
Yeah.
pictures in here.
Without a tripod.
Yeah, this is
Oh,
just
wow.
hand shots on my
Yeah.
ZE10. This guy brought a
Ooh.
fucking razor of some sorts.
I'm assuming it's like the modified class.
There's a UTV
There's a
class.
UTV.
Oh, okay.
You can just see him absolutely
God,
like
he took that corner fucking
leaning
wide.
this thing.
Yeah.
There were two guys, 158 and 58. Did to
Yeah.
change your number if you have two drivers every run.
Oh, yeah.
So they would just add one number and then peel it off.
Yeah.
But he was absolutely throwing this thing. He was, after 8 runs, he was 0.2 seconds behind that Typhoon.
Oh,
Like
wow.
total.
Yeah,
they
that's
were
nuts.
under a second apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, which shows you how built the Typhoon is, because
It's
that's a $30,000 fucking off the showroom floor ready to race machine,
all independent suspension and nasty gravel tires and stuff.
with a CVT, just a one
Wide open,
gear and
yeah.
go, whereas like the Typhoon obviously has gears and shit. That's
Yeah.
nuts. That's fucking sick.
Yeah, a couple other cars, little Ford Escort or something.
He was hauling.
He
Modified
was fucking
front.
Yeah.
hauling.
He is not in the
not
stock
good.
class.
Yeah.
He is throwing these things.
Hell yeah.
Click through
Oh,
his.
is that what the SF and the M?
Yeah, that's your class. Stock front,
Yeah, stock
modified
front, stock
front.
all-wheel
Okay,
drive.
we'll totally have to put that on next time.
Yeah, we'll get new decals made now that we have a number for
Sick.
real.
Sick.
I'll
This
need
thing
some.
is
Dude.
just so pretty, and he is abusing this thing. I'm like,
Yeah.
I came into this like, I'll have an advantage because I'm willing to risk my car more.
Yeah,
no,
also-
no, this dude didn't fucking
Well,
care.
tucking his tire.
And
in.
a little disclaimer. So the first lap that Brian did, because I was working the back corner, all of a sudden we heard, whoa, from one of the officials, and they just did this.
just did like a leaning over motion.
Oh yeah.
My first 2 runs, apparently a guy did that both times, and then he just like gave up because nobody cared, I guess. But
Yeah.
apparently,
I don't
because
think you got that close.
no, definitely not.
Oh, you were the one getting that call?
I got
Yes.
that call on me.
I was gonna ask, like, from the start of this, I'm like, so are we able to come back? Or
Yes, we
Okay.
were not banned.
Okay,
No.
cool.
But like that was my big concern. So my first couple of laps, I was going cautious.
Yeah.
Brian was
Not overdriving.
getting back used to driving that thing.
Yeah, a car I haven't driven in 8 or 9 months.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these pictures are just nuts
Lord.
though. This thing's fucking.
Thanks.
I love how it captures individual pictures of dirt.
I
Like,
was
that's
yeah,
awesome.
I was very impressed how well your camera did.
Yeah, Nick was taking
And how I
pictures
actually
of stuff.
dialed it in just 2 minutes.
Yeah, he was doing an absolute killer job up there.
I didn't realize like you were about to go on, and I just did like fucking hope for the best.
just started flipping some
yeah,
stuff.
1,000 a frame. Let's go.
Yeah, we'll just
Yeah.
knock through a couple of pictures of each of our cars.
Oh,
just
yeah.
doing
So
some
were
stuff.
these the
These
professional
are,
ones?
This is
Yes.
this is one Nick took and color corrected.
Ah, gotcha.
Mm.
Damn.
Well, it looks more saturated than television, but
And
Yeah.
yeah, but either way. So here's some of us out there on the course.
Oh, that's
Look
a
at
good
how
one.
much this car's leaning. And it corners like garbage and it still leans
Yeah.
this much. Like starting to lift that tire a little bit.
Yep.
Like they get into the burst photos. Fucking
Yeah.
meow. Another run coming out the front. Like there's no like blur in these. They take
No,
it so
yeah.
nice. I'm shocked
Yeah.
at how good this camera does.
I'm glad I know
Hell
how
yeah.
what to shoot it in though for these next events.
D's
D's
next.
next.
Scroll through a couple like
That's leaning pretty hard.
so this
Yeah.
corner is a little bit off camber. It's hard
Yeah.
to tell.
Yep.
So I'm leaning towards the outside as I come around this. There's like a bump and then you switch. So it would throw all the weight to the
Yep.
other side.
Yep.
This is the corner that had me not like worried the most.
Yeah.
Not like by
This
the
is the pucker corner.
yeah. By the end I'm like, okay, this thing's not gonna roll. I can send it harder. But
Yeah.
the first couple I'm like leaning I'm like "Ugh."
Well, it was also funny too, because what did your brother say exactly to you?
so
Stop driving like a fucking Sally.
Brad was
and-
here?
no, Michael.
Oh, okay.
But every lap I do, I'd just like text back and forth with Michael a couple times.
Oh,
just
okay.
like he'd be like, Well, at first he's like, "You're going really fast." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah." Like, "You're tied with that Fiesta," and I'm like, "No shit." He's like, "Oh, just kidding. You ran a 60. He ran a 50."
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, but he couldn't see the edge of the first part of the
Yeah,
6.
because they needed to take those time boards and put them on little stands, like just a couple feet off the ground.
But it's like, he's like got me hyped up. He's like, "You're killing it." I'm like, "Sweet." And he's like, "Okay, actually, you're like 10 seconds slower than that guy." I'm like,
Yeah.
Okay. So
that's where the 150 horsepower goes.
yeah. I'm like, okay. I'm like, I've got room to make up good.
Well, it was
Let's click
funny
this on
too
Marcus
because
too while we're
I
doing
was
this.
looking at the updated sheet online and I was like, I don't think I'm reading this right, but I may be in first place.
I think after
I
your
don't
first
know.
run, you might have been in first
I was
place.
in first place the
Yeah,
first.
here we
oh
go.
hell yeah,
Dude, wheel off the ground and everything.
Yes.
hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, there was like
I got
noticeable
some air
times.
sometime.
Yeah, you would stretch the car out. Like,
The ball joints did not bitch and moan as much as I thought.
That was
they
what you
would.
were afraid of, was actually like lifting the car off the ground like that.
Because I thought a ball joint was going to separate when it came back down. It wasn't going to realign correctly, and then
yeah, the whole time my car's like clunking from somewhere. I'm like, don't know what that is. Not gonna worry about. I think it's the skid plate binding and popping
Oh,
back
yeah.
and
Oh,
forth.
probably.
So
Yeah.
you hear like a as you're going. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
If it breaks, it breaks.
Yeah.
So that's
Easiest way to find out what to fix is that.
so we'll go to this guy real quick.
Okay.
So this guy is roaming Badger Photography.
Betcher,
And he, like-
Betcher.
All he does is media shoot.
Yeah.
So he's got a ton of super sick
Ooh,
pictures.
yeah. That is sick.
look, there's
Beetle
my
is so
Subaru.
Oh yeah, this thing.
Yeah, that's the
It's a 2JZ Lexus, and it would it spun out like 4 times.
Yeah.
Hell
Yeah, the Beetle.
Oh, I
that
didn't-
Yeah, that
fucking
Beetle
sick.
was
God
so
damn it.
sick.
Didn't click the camera. Roaming Badger Photography.
Fuck.
Yep.
Subaru.
Subaru, Lexuses. Yeah, there was a OG Beetle here.
Fuck yeah.
Honestly, beating it. Here's one of the TTs. You see the front bumper's already
Yep.
off.
Yep.
I underestimated how fast Audi TTs are relative.
Oh my
to
god.
stock.
Yeah.
They were flying.
Yeah, especially through the slalom at the end.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit, fucking calm
Yeah.
down.
Hold on. Let me just. So this guy also has it set up amazing. I love his website. There's individual sections per car.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
like,
yeah.
here's a section for the Beetle, and we'll click into this.
Oh, yep.
And there's sections for
Typhoon.
just this.
Damn.
Yeah.
We'll just click through each of the cars real quick. Typhoon, absolutely hucking this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Well, when he
can see
pulls them all off
the
of his car, they're
dirt.
mostly in order too.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so for him to do this on his website,
It
pretty
probably
easy,
isn't too bad, yeah. We just keep going through.
So
So you're saying this is what I need to do?
take photos?
Yeah.
I guess.
his pricing is not bad. For 25 photos, it's $30.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
That's really good for high qual photos without the
Yeah.
watermarks on them. Which
Even with the I kind
Even
of
with
like
the
the
watermark.
watermark.
I
Yeah.
love the watermark. I think it's
I
awesome.
was like, he did a
He's
good job. I
exhausted.
shot him out.
I was waiting for it to fall off. all
Yes.
night. Never fell off. I was
Love
shocked.
that.
I'm like, how did that
God,
stay?
that thing was fucking rowdy.
They were beating this thing for every dollar it was worth. It was
Which is
more
it's
than
a
what it was
Subaru.
worth.
It's not a lot.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, it's like the Subaru meme I posted today.
But
don't know
he
if I saw
actually
that.
had my car named
script.
Red Wagon.
we're gonna keep going. We'll go to the Lexus.
Black
Oh, the
Lexus.
Lexus.
So this thing's in modified rear, and I'm assuming because it is mildly tuned.
Yeah.
Because when this thing would hook, it would absolutely boogie.
Love that.
Like, if he would get it lit
Damn.
sideways, it would throw like. So he's like out in the grass sometimes. Like,
Yeah.
if it lit, this thing would fly. And then a couple of times, I don't know if there's any pictures of it or not. He left the ground a lot. So on
Yeah.
that very back corner, he
when
came
you came up.
He came up it sideways, bounced hard, and probably went 1.5 feet off the ground. Like, sent this thing off the earth. I'm
Love
like, damn,
that.
he's sending it. Let's see what else we got. Red Focus. This is the guy that was doing the tech. This is his Focus.
Oh,
his
yeah.
Chicken 58 or whatever.
Hell yeah.
Like, everybody wheeled the hell out of their stuff. I'm like, God damn,
Yeah.
people are being like hard on their stuff. I thought I'm like, that's my advantage. Nope. Everybody's
Just
throwing
kidding.
cars. Let's see.
Hell yeah.
There was a Sentra GR there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, man, this thing's nice. Like, why
Oh,
are you
wow.
beating it?
This was a 2-person car, and
You
every
can see
single
they
time,
just cross out one of the
yeah,
numbers.
Yep,
every
yep,
time
yep.
they would come to that big sweep before the gate in the slalom, they would be on the rev limiters. So out that back corner, you just hear,
Hell
it's
yeah.
fucking hilarious.
I'm trying to click through all the interesting cars. Silver blue Focus. What do we got? There's a guy in a BRZ there.
Oh, I felt so bad
He
for that
was-
fucking BRZ.
They're pieces of shit.
I
You're
know, but
fine.
every single time he would hit a bump, I just heard a
First
of
gens
his
suck.
fucking bumper.
He was scraping the absolute piss out of this thing.
It's
it's
what a first gen BRZ deserves.
And honestly, the guy
Yeah.
that was the guy who like recognized there was a caliber on the side of my car.
Oh yeah.
He was just like, I'm just having so much fun. Like,
Oh,
like,
go
sweet.
to the white.
Like
The white
Impreza.
the
if,
wagon.
if it was a
Yeah, I
current
think
gen
so.
BRZ, I would have the
This
same
guy?
feelings.
Yes,
that you
Your-
this
your
thi-
one and only
my
rival?
arch
Cross
nemesis.
track. Yeah.
cool.
My arch nemesis.
who was lifting a tire still.
Yeah.
This was also in Marcus's class. This is one of
Yeah.
the few that he could compete with fairly.
Sick.
I competed.
So I
fairly
need to
with
find a
everybody
cheap
except-
set of wheels
Yeah.
so I can be in stock all the time.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would recommend going to stock. Okay,
Yeah.
this guy, Black Audi TT.
Yeah.
This dude fucking
This-
sent the piss out of this.
This
It is
thing.
a short wheelbase, all-wheel drive manual with
Turbo
what,
car.
300 horsepower,
At least
350.
he was flying.
I
this
didn't know
thing.
they were all-wheel drive.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
Yeah,
No
he
wonder they're
was
quick.
he was
Yeah.
throwing this thing around.
Yeah, on some proper wheels and probably pretty good tires. Hell
Yeah, I think they were modified. Let's see what else we got. BMW. Is
Is
this
this
the
the
one?
silver beamer?
Yeah. You see this?
Oh no, this is not the beamer.
There's a massive turbo underneath here.
Hell yeah.
Anytime you would get it lit, this thing would absolutely fly.
Hell yeah.
I don't know if there's any pictures that could like show it a little
Love
bit.
that.
But it's like full modified rear, so it's got a cage. It's on
Yeah.
gravel tires.
So we
Oh,
walked
yeah.
past this after doing our track walk, and I was like, "Oh, what the fuck?" Oh,
like
I
if you
know what
looked
that
in, you
is.
could see the exhaust
Yeah,
wheel in
from
there.
the back, from windshield down.
Yeah. And I'm
Yep.
like, oh, this thing's gonna be quick, and it was. Let's see what else we got. Next is Red Wagon. No name, nothing special, just Red Wagon. But like,
Hell yeah.
see it starting,
Oh, yeah.
starting
Yeah.
to lean
It's
into
a
a corner.
flex.
That might be picking up a tire a little bit.
That was a little bit. If you
Just
keep
barely,
going through,
yeah.
I know there's one or I love this one, and there's another one of a sideways shot. That one
That's
I like.
decent. That's a good one.
Yeah.
The rear.
Look at
yeah,
that
the
That one I
It's just-
like.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was that one.
This one back here.
I love that one.
You can see the yellow fog.
Sorry for the
Yeah.
audio only people. This is a
Yeah.
very video.
Very video
Intense.
heavy
Yeah,
event.
This is a watch this one.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of cool pictures. Let me just click it.
Dude did a great fucking job.
Oh,
Go
yeah.
through yours real quick.
Yeah. Car
Honda
458 Honda Fit.
Hell yeah.
Like, got
you were
it in
the only fit there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Got
it
it in the
was,
pits before the numbers were on it.
it was funny too because the guys that were in my class, as we were out working, they were like, "What the fuck is that?" I'm like, "That's my buddy's Honda Fit. Do you like the paint job I helped?"
I helped.
They're like, "Man, that
I
thing's
was like,
pretty
did you get
sick."
many compliments on the Repsol or
A
anything?
lot of people liked the car. There was one dude who's like, my wife has a Fit, and I'm trying to get her to come out here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's
Show
like,
her
"I'm
this,
taking
dude."
a picture of this so I can
Talk.
show
Oh my
my
God.
wife."
Yeah.
My wife.
Yeah, you could tell the
Very
driver's
nice.
front is in the air right now.
Yeah. There was a lot of times where this car was leaning into it pretty nasty.
Hell yeah.
I think it needs shocks. On at least on the rear, because it would squat in from how hard it was pulling.
Mm-hmm.
One of these shows it real bad. This.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that's a like. There's obviously a bump there, but like,
Yeah.
it drove pulling down
Yeah.
most of the time.
Even hauling Marcus's conveyor belt here today, I'm like, it wouldn't hurt to find like I saw Demolition Ranch did they like I don't even know.
Use your words.
They're spring spacers, but they're rubber and they kind of
Yeah.
have like
They're like a bump spacer almost.
Oh, yeah.
but not like the metal shitty ones from AutoZone that we use for
Oh.
the Washington trip. Like they're actually like
It's-
they would stay in there.
It's like a lock-in progressive almost.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
helps. So
I was thinking about trying to find some of them and actually using them.
So we'll go into timings for the event.
Yeah.
Zoom this way the fuck out. Whoa. Okay. Zoomed way in. So first class is stock front wheel drive.
Samantha.
Yes. So there was a green Fiesta.
Oh, okay.
She got second. This is in order of place. So
Oh,
first
yeah,
was
stock
that
front
blue
wheel drive.
Fiesta.
Yep.
Running 52, 50, 50, very quick times. I think his total's 405
Okay, yeah,
for
yeah.
8 runs. That's like a 50-second average. Then a green Fiesta at 438 in second. Nissan Spec V in third. And then way at the bottom, me.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Damn.
So
Rip.
my times tell a lot of story when you look at them.
Oh wow.
Hey,
63 on
3
like
seconds in between from first and second run. That's pretty damn good.
yeah. So it's like first run haven't driven the car in a
Oh,
long
wow.
time.
Yeah.
63 down to 60 to 59 to 59.
Yeah,
I'm
back
like,
to back 59s, yeah.
I'm like, okay,
the 61 is the weird
this is where the gate was moved.
yeah,
I was
Yeah, that
confused.
was, the gate was moved.
Yep.
And right here in this gap right here, Michael's like, hey, you're not even lifting a wheel. Quit driving like a pussy. I'm like, how much harder can I go? He's like, I don't think you'll ever roll. And I'm like, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
56.9. He's like, that was way better. I'm like, okay, I can make up some more.
55.2.
55.2 is my best.
Yep.
And a 55.4 was my final because I missed second on the back stretch. I had to like bounce it in once. And I'm like, damn it.
Yep.
You could see like figuring out the car and handling what I'm like, oh, it's fast. If I try really hard. If I ran my 55.2 for all 8 laps, I still would have only been in third place.
Oof.
Because I mean, these guys are running 50s.
Yeah, 50 flats.
48.9. Like, hauling the nail.
Yeah, 48.9s are the fastest I can see so far out of here. Yeah.
Now that green Fiesta, did you guys see her tow rig?
I wasn't looking at her toes. Why were you?
Oh my God. It was a Hellcat Durango.
It was a Hellcat.
Oh, that's sick. Good for her.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I think the guy in the blue Fiesta drove his back.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I saw her loading it up on a Durango, and I like did a double take, like, oh, those are Hellcat badges.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
So then here's the stock all-wheel drive class.
Oh, Marcus didn't get last. Damn.
So
I can't wait to put him at last.
I beat a 2024 Porsche 911 Dakar.
Technically, yes, you
by
did.
a shitload of time.
You did, in fact, beat a 24 Porsche.
But hey, you were so close to the next guy. I wish you would have done better.
He was 2 seconds off the next guy.
2.2.
Damn.
They only gave out trophies to first and second place in his
I
class.
was pissed. I was pull that picture up. Real
That's
quick.
what I'm doing.
All right, I'm definitely buying a stock set of
I
wheels.
was fucking pissed. I was fucking irate. Look at me standing up there like a fucking dumbass.
So Marcus got to stand on the platform.
I don't know what to do with my
No
hands.
trophy included.
No trophy.
As they like, those little 3D printed like rally
I
wheels.
still wanted one.
But you look who didn't get one. As this guy's like full fucking race suit and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
You were chasing this guy.
Also
That-
pretty, yeah.
Number 2 was a very nice guy because I was behind him, our second one, and he was just like, "Hi, my name's da da da. Like, this is my first time coming out, and we're, you know, like we're pretty like neck and neck." I was like, "Yeah, it's my first time too. You have a lot more fucking horsepower than I do.
You would
so
turn
like,
around
get
like,
after
you
it."
turn around, that son of a bitch. He's so polite. Every single person there
Was super nice.
unbelievably nice.
Oh, yeah.
That
like-
was one of my worst concerns going was, well, fuck you and your fucking piece of shit.
Some
I'm
sort
not.
of elitist nonsense.
Yeah,
No.
it was, fuck, send it, man.
They're like, dude, you could drive this thing harder. Hell yeah. Like, everybody was unbelievably nice.
$100 in LaSalle. I'm so ready for
You
this.
should just do that so it doesn't rub anymore.
Okay, SRT4 wheels. Let's go.
As long as
Yo.
they have to be within stock width and
Yes.
I don't even know
offset.
what the
Google it.
14-inch aren't they?
Probably.
Fuck.
You have to buy some little tiny ones.
So
But anyway,
we drove home,
yes. Like,
and I drove
So,
the shitbox
hold
home.
on.
Okay.
coming up to the track, I'm like, all of these roads are fucking awful. Like, they're all cracked and broken.
Yeah.
On the way out of there, I'm like, oh, it's so nice to be back in my truck.
pavement.
I'm like, oh, I don't care that these roads suck. It's so smooth. And then,
So
yeah,
Oh, damn.
go back to where you were going.
So we drove home, got back to the shop here, threw the roof rack on, the bumper on, cleaned the shop up because we
left a fucking
destroyed
nightmare
it.
mess.
It was,
Yeah.
we had like 4 piles of shit.
There were several piles of
Cleaned
shit.
it up, went home. I had
Went
to
to,
drop.
went to Aces and ate.
Oh,
and
yeah,
home,
went to
but
Aces.
Yes.
Um,
food.
I brought 4 bag chairs because I thought, you know what? I don't know who's going to end up showing up. And no offense, Nick or Caitlin, but I had it in my mind like they're going to show up and go, oh, we should have brought bag
We're gonna
chairs.
forget chairs.
And
I
was,
had them, but I just forgot to grab them.
We had
when
a
I got
for
it.
everybody.
see?
No,
had
like,
'em.
they were in my car. I just didn't.
Oh,
think to
gotcha.
Because he
bring 'em
pulled
back
up as
there.
I was getting out of the bathroom. I'm like, I see him. I'm just going to walk over to his
Yeah.
car instead of like, hey, come find us.
All right.
But
So
Now
I
know.
dropped the bag chairs off at Joanne and Jason's. Hi, Joanne. Hi, Jason. We listened to the
Jason's
podcast
listening
today.
to shit.
Oh, yeah.
He will on next Tuesday when he's in the
Probably.
truck with me.
Oh, God.
So,
To listen to yourself yap.
yeah.
He probably hears enough of that.
Yeah,
Anyway.
he does. So I like texted Joanne. I was like, "Hey, I'm here if you want to see the car," because I like showed her like a little bit of the sticker, but not everything.
Not the whole thing.
And so she came out. She's like, "Is that the Subaru logo?" I was like, "Yep." She goes, "That's fucking insane." Because I had the number. I had the number
Still
plate
the number
still
plates
on
on,
and
yeah.
everything. She actually helped me pull all the tape off.
Should have left it on.
Yeah.
Poser.
Whatever. It's
Anyway.
sat all fucking week. So got all that pulled up. I think Joanne wants to go to the next one.
A lot.
go.
Now
Oh.
that we've done it, everyone's like, hey, that's fucking awesome. Like,
And she wants to ride with me.
Right along.
Yeah.
You need to buy a helmet then if we're going to start doing more people. But
I want to buy like the cheap.
you can get one for like $200.
Oh fuck that.
That's Snell 2020. They're not expensive, but if we're all going to do it, you probably should all buy helmets.
Yeah.
Hold on. We just pull up Race Quip.
So, yeah, I'm
the
gonna
cheap
try to
ones.
go
These are
for
cheap ones.
second place
Hold on.
because
Helmets.
I would like a fucking trophy.
Well, then just be faster.
I was 2 seconds.
You realize that if I come in there, I'm
He's gonna come.
beat the shit out of my car so you don't get a trophy.
Here's
right?
for $250, you can get an
face.
open face race helmet. Hold
I
on.
do want
Why
an
is it loading
open
so bad?
face.
Yeah, $250. We'll get you an OF20 Snell rated open face helmet.
like
This
to
is
do
what
some
most
digging.
people are running something like this.
I'll have to do
I had
some
probably the most expensive helmet there.
Oh, yeah,
I didn't see
easily.
anything fancier, which you don't need anything
digging.
fancier. But
Oh wait, go to the colors. What do they have?
gloss black, gloss white, gloss black.
Bullshit.
Buy a nicer helmet then. I don't know. Get an open 20 in carbon. But
No.
anyway, yeah, we should probably get more helmets.
Yeah.
So I just left my car in the trailer, dropped it outside. I'm like, whatever. I'm not going to worry about it for another month. We got plenty of time.
I drove mine and parked it in the rear because I got a new work truck.
Yeah.
Um.
So now time for a surprise
Oh.
that none of you know of yet.
Oh.
Oh.
So I left my car in the trailer Sunday night.
Uh huh.
Monday afternoon, I get a text
Uh oh.
from Michael. He's like, hey, you want to go look at this car with me? Michael found,
the turbo Thunderbird or whatever.
no,
Oh.
an 06 Subaru Outback 2.5 XT.
You motherfucker.
The XT is the turbo version.
You motherfucker.
we
So
got
Michael bought this.
We got there. It was not the turbo version. It was just
Oh.
listed wrong. I was so excited. I'm like, yes. And he's like, no. So it was listed at $1,500.
$500.
Has a lot of sold as is, whatever. New brakes, new struts, new plugs, valve
Okay.
sensors, all sorts of stuff. May need towed off property. There was an oil leak, which might not be able to be driven till repaired.
Yeah.
So the guy he had talked to him for a little bit, like sent him pictures of kind of like where it's leaking. Apparently, this is extremely common for Subarus to leak here.
Is it just
Because-
the oil
Main
pan?
seal?
No,
Oh.
it is the
The
oil
sensor?
the oil pressure sensor.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You just fucking replace
Oh,
the
there's.
gasket.
I see that.
No.
What the
Whoa.
fuck?
It's a pipe thread plug. When you replace it, it cracks off a chunk
Oof.
of the
So you
thread.
just don't run the
But you still have to
sensor.
it's got high pressure oil there, so you can't just not do anything. You have to,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have to seal
Oh.
it. And it's the sensor for the VVT
Oh.
timing or variable valve timing.
Fuck.
So if you don't run it, the car gets angry.
Mm-hmm.
If it gets bad oil flow, the car gets angry. Pretty much everything above
just
it gets
weld in a
angry.
new sensor.
So you bought
But then you
it.
have to pull the head off and stuff.
Fuck
Oh, I think
that.
you just fucking. I don't know.
That's
wing
it's.
it.
I mean, you can't get in. There's no room.
Yeah.
But
So what did you pick it up for?
so we talked to the guy.
Fuck.
He's got it listed for 15. Michael goes, I don't know. He's like, would you take 1,200 for it? And the guy's like, oh fuck yeah. And it's like,
I'll give you $1,000.
and it's like, oh, like, well, what would you take? He's like, I'd take 1,000. Or it's like, okay, I'll give you 1,000. He's like, sweet. Like he talked himself down $200 in like 1 minute. I'm like, he's like, I don't list stuff very often. I don't know. It's like,
You fool. You've played the game wrong.
like it would like
So why didn't Michael just fix the old one?
because the engine blew
Blew
up on
up?
the old one.
Yeah, I gave him a working
it was not the
engine.
right engine.
Okay.
It would not.
fair
It would not have worked. His is OBD1, yours is OBD2 or whatever. There's some span thing that it was enough different. It would never work.
Okay.
So, got this for $1,000.
God damn it.
I was gonna post this just in the Discord and be like, "Damn, Samsung takes great pictures." You guys would be like, "Hey, what's that? What's
Yeah.
that?" But like,
So that's Michael's.
this is now Michael's work car.
So how the fuck is he gonna fix
work
the
car.
sensor?
Funny you mentioned that.
He already did.
Michael works in mysterious ways. So we brought it home. Like it would pour oil out of there. It was
2 cases of
Yeah.
Twisted Tea will do Michael some crazy fucking work.
So what we did is, we went to like Menards and Royal King, looked at random stuff. He had an idea already.
What was he thinking?
He was thinking exactly what he ended up doing.
Putting a bolt in there?
Nope, even better.
Thread it deeper.
Thread it deeper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can just thread it
Yeah.
deeper.
Yeah. Rethread it.
Yeah.
Fuck the shavings that fall into it.
Because it's just a pipe thread in an aluminum head.
Yeah.
Fucking thread it deeper.
Yeah, just
thread,
do a fucking oil flush on it. and
thread a
you're
little
done.
extension into it.
Did you not? You didn't put JB Weld on those threads to like?
I told him to do that.
and
I don't know if he did. Because
Yeah.
I took these pictures today and there's a little bit of what looks like oil there.
Yeah.
It might be residual from just other
Yeah.
stuff.
Maybe.
But he wasn't there to talk to him about it. But
Yeah, I would
When in
I
doubt,
would just
send
coat
it
the
in
new
deeper.
fitting with JB Weld and just drive it home.
we bought JB Weld while we were at the store to
Yeah.
do exactly that. He just didn't do it.
So is this his new work?
This is going to be his work and rally car.
Oh, sick.
Fuck.
Christ.
So does that mean I got to make
It's
up
an
another
automatic, though.
sticker?
It is an automatic, but it's got
it's a third
the,
gen.
It's got the sport shift, so you can tap up, tap down.
Oh,
Nice.
okay, yeah.
It's
not very
It's got
responsive.
the exact same damage that his green one did, with the fenders smashed in.
Yeah, love that.
He's like, that's
Christ.
actually sick. It's got new, like every sensor and hose on the motor is brand new. Hold on, one of these pictures. Here's the inside.
They were replacing them when they broke the
The
other
guy
one.
owned this thing for like 2 months and probably put like $3,000 into it.
Wow.
But like sport
Yeah.
shifter, so
Fuck,
you
she
can
clean.
slap it forward and backwards.
Yep.
Real handbrake. Heated seats have 4 settings on them.
Jesus.
Like this thing's fancy.
I'm
Hold on.
upset now.
Here's the engine. You could see like part number on the hose.
Yeah.
Brand new sensor. Brand new sensors.
Yeah.
Like there's another couple sensors over here that are like all the important stuff is like brand new.
Damn.
So the struts are new. You can see still stickers on them from installing them. Like this thing is in awesome shape.
God damn it.
Got it for $1,000. Just had to load it up.
Yours is perfectly fucking fine, Marcus. Shut up.
But his doesn't have
Well-
145,000 miles either.
Oh.
And probably, doesn't want to kill itself after you get off the highway.
We don't know that yet.
Yeah,
It's
brother,
still-
it's
it is
still a
still new.
fucking Subaru. What do
Yeah.
you mean?
It's going to do
But-
it either.
Mine is the
let
only
me-
Subaru that's never had a fucking heating problem.
You blew
so
up the
get fucked.
engine. What do you mean?
Not due to heat.
That doesn't. You can't be like, I never lost a limb. You're like, bro, you got shot in the chest. What do you?
Yeah.
You're still down bad.
Like I never broke a bone. Like they cut your arm off. You're like, well, it didn't break. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I
What
didn't
do you
fucking
mean?
break. Sorry.
Yeah.
Right.
I just
Came off
lost
in
it.
one piece. Duh.
Yeah.
So Michael has
So
a
now
rally
Michael has
car.
another Subaru.
Sick.
I'll
So
get started on
that means
working
he's
on the
in
number plate.
That means he's in your same class.
God damn it.
And he's gonna smoke you because he's got sequential back four shifter and he's got VVT, so he's got even more power.
I want is one fucking
The only hope I have is that I can just give more.
If
Wait,
you could
of a-
four?
bumps it harder.
Yeah.
5, 6. We only need 2 more people in the stock class, and third place gets a trophy, baby.
They need
Not,
10,
not
they need 10
necessarily because
people.
you guys could still lose.
Yeah, exactly. That's third place could still be faster.
It could
than
still
us.
not be you guys.
All I gotta do is get third.
Hope that Porsche comes back and just fucking burns you down.
Just the sun brings it back. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm ready to win now.
He's like,
Dad's
I-
not driving
Yeah,
anymore.
no one else is here. I am here to win.
So for the results, they just did each driver. I'm
Yes.
assuming.
yes.
Yes.
So each car could have 2 drivers. They would
Yes.
score them in. That's why you need 2 numbers on the car.
Gotcha.
Why
Yeah.
Joanne's
Important.
coming with me on the next one, and I'm gonna run 16 laps.
You can do ride-alongs.
Oh yeah.
Ride-alongs are free as long as they have a helmet. So
Sick.
technically, I'll ask Michael, I'm like, do you want to hop in for the last one? He's like, fuck no. He's like, one, I don't want to wear someone else's sweaty helmet. I'm
True.
like, that's probably fair.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is.
Oh, you can just buy a used helmet on fucking Marketplace. Duh.
not that many are. You have to be Snell rated.
Okay. Fair.
So I would just buy you get a used one for $150, or just buy a new one for $200, and then it's good. You can get a 2020 that's good for another 20 years instead of a 2010 that's only good for 5 more. But I'll pull up the helmet certs later, and you guys can look at them. But
Yeah.
I think that pretty much covers all the rally stuff.
Yeah.
Honestly, I
Yeah.
mean,
So the timeline is now I have to get one.
you have one. Take the Hyundai.
I mean, it would do pretty good.
Yeah.
It's got dual clutch. It'll be
I mean,
fine.
you could technically drive any of our cars, but
Yeah.
any
Well-
R/cars.
maybe not mine because it's got a drying transmission already. So I doubt you want to be the one to put the final nail in its coffin. I feel like I'm probably gonna kill it on this.
I would feel
If
guilty
if
if I
there's
did.
exactly. I was like, if there's one to kill it on, it's probably this.
Yeah.
I'd rather do it in the fit.
But no, like it is a shockingly good time. Like I've driven hard a lot, I've driven fast a lot. and,
Yeah.
Like
Not
immediately,
like this.
my first run, like I fucking flew, and I get to the end, I'm like, oh, I'm fucking 13 seconds behind. I'm like, wow, I have to boogie. Like it's like I've done a lot of fast stuff, and I'm gonna get out and like shaking. I'm like, this is awesome.
Adrenaline, baby.
It was,
yeah.
but yeah, there's no like dull moments. You're not like sitting around waiting a lot. Like,
Nope.
I had such
That's
a
cool.
blast. I'm so excited to go to the next one.
When's it? June 18th.
There's a practice day on the 22nd and a race on the 23rd.
Okay.
So
And
we
we're
could go for
going
the
to
practice
both.
day and test.
We could camp out.
Because
The 22nd I won't be able to make, but
that's just a practice day, so it doesn't matter. But I'm like,
Gotcha.
I'm probably going to the practice day to learn how to like launch this car and where to shift at because it's
Yeah.
an underpowered 4-cylinder.
Find actual shift points
Instead
and
of, like-
braking points.
Instead of
Yeah.
hey, every run counts. Good luck.
Yeah.
Which so the season is 7 events long. They drop your 2 worst if you do all 7. You only have to score 5 events.
Oh, okay.
So you're
yeah,
allowed to miss up to 2 for
yes.
scoring.
Yes.
So it's like, hope they can drop this one, please. It was not
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
And hopefully the next ones I can place.
Yeah. So
halfway
you're
decent.
looking for championship, maybe not.
Yes, technically.
And,
I'm looking,
and hoping the other people ahead of you
yeah,
are
looking to
gonna
not get kicked
do
out,
more.
which appears to be successful.
Yeah.
And then,
Hell yeah.
but yeah, everybody.
Also, I wonder with this being season opener if there'd be more here or the next one.
I'm betting there was more people here. It was apparently there was a lot of people. Like that's
Yeah.
more than
39
expected.
cars, you said?
39 drivers technically. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But yeah, it was.
So yeah, 30 cars.
We were still on time for everything.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
That, yeah,
It was
that shows how good it's run. Which is
3 out of
nice.
4, baby. Beat a Porsche.
8 out of 8 didn't die or get kicked out. So
Didn't
yeah.
roll.
But yeah, the helmet blower works awesome.
How
If you-
cheap? That was not.
The
Yeah,
blower was like
man.
$120, and you have to have the helmet that mounts for it, obviously. But like,
My AC works really well. Honestly.
Fuck it, I'll just
but
drill
you're
a
adding,
hole.
You're adding heat to the motor on your cooldown is the problem.
Fuck it.
Like, mine never got.
Mine's a
hot, which is
2.2. It's fine.
Marcus has got.
I'm the only Subaru who can say that.
That is true, but yeah, like
I ran the heat.
yeah, he had to pull
on
heat
full
out of
blast.
his thing.
Fuck that. Yeah.
If you turned the air off for like a minute, you would just glow sweat. It was
Oh, yeah.
disgusting out.
Yeah.
But, like,
I literally can tell probably a 15 horsepower difference in the AC. I'll probably run
I
it
would-
up until I go.
I would finish your lap,
yeah.
turn it on until you're like second car, then turn it back off.
Yeah.
Like that's what I was gonna do, but I'm like, I'll let this thing cool. It was like probably 95 degrees. It was unbelievable.
Mine
hot.
didn't like idling in the heat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Fuck yeah.
yeah, no, for the most I ran the blower my first 4 laps the whole time. The motor was so hot I could not even pretend to touch it. So I'm like, maybe I'll the air was getting hot too and everything from blowing it. I'm like, I'll turn it off in between runs and run the vent blower. And that seemed
Right.
to help a lot. But yeah, no, it was a really good time. I'm excited to go back.
I enjoyed.
All the spectators seem to enjoy it that we brought along.
Yeah.
Now they all want rally cars apparently, you know?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. We're at an hour 45.
I can go pretty fast.
I can get through my stuff pretty
Yeah.
quick.
Okay,
too.
Andy, you go first since we've been talking
So- Let her
rip.
stuff that isn't you the whole time.
The reason I did not show up Sunday is because I spent 13 and a half hours in my car on
Hold on.
Doing
Saturday.
what?
Do I hear a womp womp?
Womp womp. ting
do.
ting.
And you went and
as
bought a
Joanne would
kayak
say.
instead.
Wada
or
wada bing
something.
bang.
No, I bought the steering parts.
No, Sunday. You went
Sunday-
and bought a kayak instead.
Did I buy it Sunday? Oh, yes, I
The
did.
steering
Yeah,
parts
yeah,
were
yeah,
Saturday.
yeah.
But
Yeah, I was
anyway,
supposed to pick up a kayak on the way back home, but we ran. I was at my buddy Dustin's house a little too long.
I guess I'm interrupting your Saturday trip then.
Yeah.
okay.
So Saturday, went down to Princeton, Indiana, 4.5 hours away.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was in the time zone, so I thought we had to leave extra early. Thank God we didn't. Because I had to shit a lot Saturday morning. I shit 3 times before we left the house.
Andy do be pooping.
brother.
We had the local Mexican place in Oglesby.
Oh, Blue Margarita.
Not good. Well, it's very good, but like it just did not agree with me.
It's
apparently.
hard on you.
And I was like, I just felt like shit that morning. I'm like, all right,
enough.
I'm just gonna like we have
Take
an
it
hour
slow.
to kill now. Like, let's just take our time now. We're
Fair.
good.
Yeah.
Let all that shit out your body.
Went down and picked up a damn near brand new hydraulic ram.
Ooh.
Used pump, used reservoir, used orbital, used steering shaft. Got them down to $1,200. Worth it.
Which is a
But it looks
crazy
like it's
deal.
brand new fucking parts.
It's all used. The only thing I think is new is the ram itself, and it also has a clevis or
tie rod clevis kit.
not
Or wait.
clevis and clamps,
clevis and
not
clamps.
no Heims.
Yeah.
So-
clevis is fine. I'm fine
Yeah,
with that. That's all
not
the
a big
same.
deal.
Yeah.
This guy is who Kenny Russell traded his rock lizard chassis for the Comanche with the Mitsubishi engine for G63.
Whoa. That's
Yeah,
a, that's
so
a weird
these were
tie-in.
bolted to the Mitsubishi engine.
Wow.
Like the pump and everything was, and the
That's-
ram was new, ready to be put on.
That's
Damn.
so strange.
Yeah, and the guy's
It's
like,
a
I had
small
a 14-bolt
world
steer and a 14-bolt rear. It was too big for the chassis, so I just scrapped. I just
gave up on
sold
the whole
everything
idea.
except for the steering. It's the only thing I have left. I'm
Whoa,
like,
that is
wow, that's crazy. I have not told Kenny that yet.
That
so
is
I
such
put
a
it in the group
strange
chat.
coincidence.
Yeah.
Dang, Skippy.
So that's
Sweet.
neat.
Yeah, considering this is probably what $2,500 worth of parts. at
I
least.
parted out. It was at least $2,000. Yeah.
Yeah, plus
Depending
a
on the
couple
price.
$100
The
of
orbital
hoses
is the
and-
big thing. This is a Eaton Charlin like co-op made.
Yeah.
They go anywhere from $200 to $1,100.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
So
Fuck.
So yeah, there's
like depending
at
on
least
like I counted it as $200 because that's what I could find one on eBay for.
the cheapest
absolute
one
cheapest.
possible. Yeah.
But I'm like, yeah, like if this actually is a name brand orbital, it could be worth
The fact it's
$100.
manufactured by Eaton means
Yes.
it's very expensive.
Exactly.
So for those who don't know, this is a hydraulic steering setup
Yes.
for a Jeep.
For my
his
Jeep.
Jeep.
Yep.
This is what's called full hydro, where
Yes.
there's no tie rod.
yeah, there's
holding-
no mechanical part connecting the steering the steering wheel to the wheels.
Yeah. So
technically.
instead of a steering gear box, you have an orbital valve, which
Yeah.
as you
sends
turn it,
flow either to the left or to the right, which
it acts.
that's controlling the hydraulic ram,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
bolted onto your front axle.
Yeah, so there's no mechanical joint there. It just it turns it into fluid pressure each way. It works astoundingly good.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just takes a little bit of getting used to, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's a
But yeah.
screaming deal for this stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I found a couple of them. This was the closest. Went down, picked it up.
How
All
far
good.
was it?
4.5 hours, like
really
280,
not that
280
bad.
miles.
Horrible.
Wasn't too bad.
Compared to anything else is 6
Yeah.
hours away, yeah.
So I said, yeah, that's fine. On the way back, we stopped in Casey, Illinois, home of the world's largest everything. World's largest pitchfork. I want to go back and eat at this restaurant. It looked pretty cool.
Was that the like farmhouse one?
Yeah, or
Hold on.
Rollins or something.
Let me just hit it up real quick.
Yeah.
What town is this?
Casey, Illinois. Casey, Casey,
K-A. What?
Like the
Spell
general
it
store.
slower.
Casey, Casey's,
Okay.
but it's pronounced KZ.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
fucking
not. It's pronounced Casey, and they're just being
Well, whatever.
losers about
Pitchfork.
Go to the map.
it. Pitchfork.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Outside of
Oh
something.
God, it's 60 foot long.
Yeah,
weighs
Richard's Farm Restaurant. It looks like a really good.
Weighs 1,940 pounds. Good
Yeah.
Lord.
Fun fact: my buddy Dustin Speakman, his company Bolin Enterprise, I think, builds all of the world's largest stuff.
No
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, I thought you might have known that, Brian. But
I did
yeah.
not know that
So
for
yeah,
sure,
they
no.
built world's largest pitchfork, world's largest mailbox, world's largest golf tee. Yeah,
There's
here's the
world's
mailbox.
largest
You can go
mailbox.
in it. It does function as a legitimate mailbox. When you drop mail in it, the little flag goes up and down.
That's awesome.
It is pretty cool.
Let me cycle back. real quick.
World's largest clogs are inside of a building, but it was closed on that Sunday.
Oh.
Yeah, we were not able to
There
see
was
it.
like a candy shop in there too.
Oh.
This is my girlfriend's car underneath of the world's largest rocking chair.
I
It
love
looks
that.
like a Hot Wheels. It is
does.
it is stupid big.
Yeah, it's an absolute tiny car compared to this gigantic chair.
World's largest teeter totter. Was not able to go up and down on it, sadly. Big Chevrolet key, big taco, big pencil, big barbershop sign.
That's what they're calling it.
Not world's largest everything, but
Yeah, but just huge stuff.
Yeah, pretty
gigantic
neat.
golf tee.
yeah, golf tee. It used to be made out of wood, but then it rotted and went to shit.
It's fair.
So now they're made out of metal. I'm like,
So can
damn,
you
it's not
play
even
golf
metal.
off that? Can you go
They
up there and
used to
hit?
have a ladder up to the wooden
my
one,
God.
and you used to be able to golf off of it.
That would be
yes.
insane.
It looked so. I was like, I want to do that so.
Till you hit your
bad,
Happy
dude.
Gilmore swing and whoop right off the edge.
Till I pull a leg muscle and fucking fall off of it. Yeah.
God, would be so funny.
What's this-
But yeah.
Yeah, what's this last picture?
This one that we skipped
yeah.
over.
Yeah, that was just me taking a load of shit to the new property. So, Mustang started up after
Wow.
6 months of not driving it. Started
That's
perfectly
actually
fine.
really impressive.
Clutch is still wonky as hell.
So it's official now.
What? Oh yeah, I'm closed on the property, own it. Mustang's out there. The day it closed, this was last Wednesday. Load up
Yeah.
the Mustang and ambulance box. Loading up the ambulance box was interesting because I don't have a winch on this trailer yet. So
Yeah.
I grabbed the 4-wheeler, put it in 4 low, hooked the winch to the front of the trailer.
Oh, damn, you didn't
and
send me these pictures. You showed them to me, though.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
There's tire marks.
There's tire marks all over the fucking
yeah.
trailer
brand
deck.
new trailer
So-
deck.
Oh,
I don't give a fuck. It doesn't
Was it?
matter.
Yeah.
It was Saturday. You called Andy to see what he was
Oh, yeah.
doing.
That was not Saturday.
No, that was
Friday?
That would have been Wednesday. It was this
Okay.
day.
Yeah, it was
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Because
yeah.
we were
Yeah, 'cause
painting the
I
Oh,
loaded
that's
up
right.
and-
That's right.
We had just finished doing the.
Andy wanted Brian to call him.
Well,
when he got
yeah.
done painting.
Andy wanted a hand loading up all this stuff.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I didn't
So I'm like-
think I was gonna take this out. I was when I got out there, I was tempted to just drop the trailer and go. But my buddy Matt, who's my neighbor now, he's like, I heard he had his dozer running. I'm like, it sounds like a 12 valve Cummins. It turns out it's a 3-cylinder dozer. I'm like, whatever.
It's kind of I guess it's just hydraulic pressure. So
Yeah, I'm like,
whatever.
oh, okay, whatever. And he's like, I was like, yeah, I'll be over there in a minute. And so I'm like, well, I didn't want to unload it, but fuck it, let's go.
I got people,
So,
might as well.
here we go.
Because yeah, you would call me like, hey, what are you doing?
He
I'm
brought
like,
his
"I'm about
Kubota
paint."
over to get the ambulance box kind of pushed off the way.
That probably helps a lot.
Unloading the Mustang was interesting because it was not a flat area to go, so the ramps weren't quite tall enough. And this
And I
that.
called you mid unloading the car.
Yeah, I was literally like in the car, sweating my balls off. I'm like, yep. Hey, appreciate you, but I'm like, we're halfway
Yeah,
off the
I'm
ramp
fucking
right now.
busy.
Yeah, I'm like, because I was
My
gonna-
exhaust, there's a flange on the exhaust that was getting caught up. I'm like, God damn it. Like, yeah.
sweet.
But yeah, so 44-foot trailer half-ass loaded with still tons of room. The spare 40-inch tire I figured I'd throw out there just to get out of the
there's
way.
just room in between
40
everything
and
still.
tons.
All of my ramps long ways fit.
Yeah,
for
that's
the
Good Lord.
Yeah,
that's
so-
kind of nice.
yeah, pretty neat.
Yeah,
but
nice little setup there.
yeah, that was about it.
Well, congrats.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Saturday I was supposed to pick up a kayak on the way back from picking up the steering parts. Was not able to get it done. So
Because
then
you
Sunday,
got sidetracked stopping at Dustin's for
yeah,
5
talked to him
hours.
for 2.5 hours. Yeah.
Long
We also
time.
stopped for lunch and dinner. So
Yeah, because I think you called me on the way back from that
left at 8,
Saturday.
came back at 9:30,
Yeah, you called me at like 7.
and we never jumped over a time zone either. So.
Yeah, that's rough.
yeah, 13.5 hours.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Sunday went down to my sister's house in Lexington, which this place was like 15 minutes away. Where the kayak
Where the
was,
kayak
so
is, yeah.
Went and picked it up. We're supposed to go kayaking on Saturday if you guys are interested.
I don't have a
Maybe-
kayak.
Yeah,
so
I figured
yeah,
as
no,
much.
I have a canoe.
I bought the cheapest one that I could find.
It's got a hole in it. Very
Yeah, there was another one for $100 in Ottawa, but
There's
I-
a
how do I
week.
do
cool. There's one half an hour away. I'm in there. I'm in there for work every day. Instead, I drove
you know.
several hours.
no, this was only 45 minutes south.
Yeah, I guess only an hour and a half.
Yeah,
Drive.
and I
Whatever.
went to my sister's house,
Yeah.
grilled food on Sunday. We didn't want to do anything Sunday. I
Yeah,
woke up like 10:30. I was like, I do not want to
Yeah,
go
we're not-
drive for an hour and like sit in the dust
sit in
and
the
heat.
sun and the dust.
I would
Yeah,
have picked you up.
I don't.
He was
care,
asleep
dude.
still,
I was
though.
sleeping till 10:30. You got
Yeah.
there at 10:30. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay, Marcus, you want to run through whatever you got left?
Yeah,
still?
we'll go through all my shit. So
Where do you
just
want-
start going through pictures, and I'll start explaining.
You start yapping. Okay,
So,
what do we got here?
Chickens. I went in
Oh,
there to
cool.
check on them one night because it's been getting like 90
It's been-
plus in there.
Yeah.
So
In
I
this
have
wooden
a
box in your yard.
yeah, I have a fan in there and everything. So I like opened the door. I was like, "Oh, you little shits are just hanging out, ain't ya?
Is it hanging out on the roost.
Hanging out on the roosts.
One in the window.
One in the window.
This one's getting bullied.
So you can just keep going.
Yep.
I think that was by the time. Oh, if you scroll or zoom in, you can see how tiny Midge is.
Yeah.
This one up
Midge
here?
is
Or
the
down here?
small
Wait.
chicken.
Up. Yep.
Yeah, it's that.
This
It's
one's
big.
also small. Maybe it's just tucked in tightly.
Yeah.
But
Midge.
Oh
little
my.
baby.
Little baby. She's actually getting her feathers, which is fucking hilarious.
The picture you sent the other day shows it way better.
Oh,
yeah.
I have that same one if we go
Okay.
through.
Oh,
Up,
more cat.
cat.
This is Pepper. right?
Pepper.
Yeah.
Pepper,
Yeah.
the black cat.
Oh, this.
There's
is,
Midge. Oh, I didn't rotate it.
Either way, you could
Rotated.
tell which one's not the big ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's Midge.
They're-
right
these
there.
are both kind of small. This one,
Eh,
Midge is just
go-
much
go to
smaller.
In
next
person,
one.
yeah, Midge is.
There we
This
go.
picture.
Yeah,
There's
that's the one.
Midge.
Yeah, you can tell immediately. Like, oh, this one's
Midge.
tiny. But yeah, that one's not that much bigger. It is bigger, but
Yeah.
Bigger, but not
Midge
that
is
much.
definitely way smaller.
way smaller.
Yeah.
Cat.
More cat.
So that was I
Hold on.
put
yeah, there's the
that
watermelon.
in there, and that was Tuesday night, and Wednesday morning I came out, and it was just the skin
It was.
left.
Yeah.
They didn't want to eat the skin.
No,
Wow.
they don't eat the skin.
Oh, more
Cat.
cat. More cat beans. Oh yeah.
Beans.
Here you
Oh,
go.
all right. So last night Joanne came over and gave some grapes and some other stuff, and we were
got
all
any
hanging
more
out in there.
grapes?
And we finally most of them are finally big enough for me to start naming them.
Hillary Fluff.
Okay.
So
we're gonna go through the names
Eggy
then.
Hill.
we
Okay.
got Lucy,
Oh, Eggy Hill. That's funny.
Eggy Hill, Hillary Fluff, Midge, which I specifically gave number 69 because I have the little plastic colored
Little
leg
leg
bands.
tags.
Yeah.
Oh, hell
But
yeah.
they're also laser numbered. So
Yeah.
I tried to do them mostly by color and then
Kind of split them into groups.
Yeah, split them into groups.
Segregating them, I think,
Yeah.
is what you're doing.
So Midge is number 69. We got
Love that.
Gertie Birdie, Alice, Gloria.
Where do these names come from? Or just because all these are like funny bird puns,
Yeah.
and then it's
Yeah.
like Alice.
Alice
Who the
is
hell is
Joanne's grandmother's name.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
Gloria is, of course, Tori's grandma's name.
Oh.
Marie Antoinette, I don't know why the fuck we had that one.
I don't know. Let 'em eat
Linda
cake.
is my grandmother on my mom's side. We have Phyllis, Mary Beth, and then Gladys, which is, of course,
from
Yeah.
Portal. Oh,
that's GLaDOS.
that's got Os.
Gladys is my grandma on my
Yeah,
dad's side.
that's right.
Because so in the past year, we've lost 2 dogs, and we've lost 3 grandparents
And 4 chickens.
and 4 chickens.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But you got
So-
another cat, so
But we got another cat and another 9 chickens.
and more chickens.
Only 9, I
Allegedly.
swear.
Allegedly.
Exactly 9.
9 total.
Don't count this list.
So we have
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, well, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11. We have 2 more chickens to name yet
Well,
because their legs aren't big enough.
there's Andy, well, but you have one for Midge.
Yeah, Midge.
There's Andy's ass and then Nick's best friend.
Oh my god.
Hell yeah.
No, everybody's best friend is Midge.
I do like those 2 names though.
Andy's ass.
Nick's
No.
BFF, Andy's ass.
Christ.
we can bully this into existence.
No.
Joanne's gonna listen to this comment and be like,
No.
"Yup, we're doing it."
No,
It's
Joanne,
happening.
tell the boys no.
Please
She's
comment
a
yes.
comment.
She's on our side. Come on.
Yeah.
So, do I have any other pictures?
I believe that is it. That is
Yeah.
all we got.
You can name
that's
one
it.
of them ooh and the other one woo.
Ooh,
No.
ah.
You can name
So,
one 2.5 and the other blown head gasket. Things that go together.
Oh, yeah.
Things that don't go to.
Well,
One
like
of these
after
things
session
is not
1.
like the other.
After session 1, when you popped your coolant overflow,
Yeah, Michael was like, "Hey, there's oil in here," and I was like, "Yeah, don't fucking worry about it." And he's like, "I think your head gaskets are gone." I'm like, "Nah, it's fine."
it'll go back.
He was just like, "Okay."
Go form a new one.
He's like, absolutely not my problem. All right, good luck with that.
Hey, she drove home.
It did drive home, and there's no problems with either of our cars.
Nope.
So that's
Well, the only hiccup that my shitbox had was after both sessions,
yeah.
we drove it home, and I went to go. I parked it outside the shop, and I
Yeah.
went to go pull it into the shop to put everything on. And when I started it up, it misfired, and then I gave it a little bit of gas.
mine
and
does
it went
that
But
all
it,
the
but it
time.
does that normally.
That's
Mine,
what-
mine has a
It
misfire on
has
cylinder
never
1
done
and
it
3.
that bad. It
all the time.
misfired on
Maybe if
startup
you would
and after.
Maybe you would fix it when it does it sometimes.
See,
I've tried with mine.
It doesn't
It
fix.
doesn't. It just does it
she
sometimes.
very badly needs an oil change and a coolant flush. So
Yes.
she's gonna get that now.
Is she?
She got beat the shit out of, so now she gets a little treat.
Spa day.
This is
Oh, I'm planning to beat the fuck out of mine and continue to daily it. And
I
not
still
care.
haven't. I still haven't changed the oil since I got it. I don't know how old that oil is.
I've only changed
It's
the
got a
oil
couple-
once.
I have. It has thousands of miles from Vermont to here.
I don't-
And then I beat on it. I don't know if it's even got coolant.
I'm
in it.
not putting diesel oil back in.
Yes, you are.
Okay, yes I am.
Yeah.
I have to use it. I bought another jug.
Yeah.
Well, hey,
But
let's go see if your rear struts are blown out with 350
Yeah.
pounds of conveyor belt in the back of it. Eh?
But yeah. To wrap this thing up, I would like to give Marcus credit. He did in fact beat me in total time.
Oof.
By
how many?
what-
A
yeah, it
decent
was-
margin actually. So let me pop this back up. So my total time.
That's actually shocking.
I was very proud of myself.
Like mostly
Usually-
because you can't control the trans, and you apparently you
Yeah.
were keeping your momentum
Yeah.
up. But
So my total time was 491.
yep.
Marcus's total time was 474.
wow.
Because after his
Wow.
first run, he was in the 50s pretty much consistently. Where mine, I was in the 60s.
You were back and forth, yeah.
most of the time. I did get a faster lap at 55.2
Yes,
to
you did.
his
You-
56.9.
I beat you overall. You beat me in
lap time.
Lap
Lap
time,
speed,
which
yeah.
is usually what
That's
happens.
Generally, it's somewhere in the. It's either one of us does one or one of us does the
Yeah,
other.
I
but-
gotcha.
Well, like I remember years ago when I think we
went karting to K1?
Yeah, we went K1 karting,
Yeah.
and you beat me the entire fucking day except for the last
for
race.
one.
I beat you by like half of a tenth of a
He
second.
beat me by like a 10th in lap time, but I still had a better overall.
Oh, yeah.
But still, you still didn't.
We usually always do that.
Yeah, it was shockingly close once I figured the car out.
I like how they put red is not capital.
That's
All
because
the others are-
Marcus typed it himself. When you do your when you fill out your car, you put in all this stuff yourself. Like how Outback isn't capitalized and red isn't.
Wow.
Because mine says purple and orange. I was gonna list all the colors.
like purple, orange, gray, red, white.
you get 2 letters or 2 words like
Oh,
light
yeah.
blue, tan, whatever. But
yeah.
so yeah, I will
Shit,
have to
we're
give
gonna-
Marcus props. He did in fact
Thank
beat
You could just
me
put
overall.
Repsol.
Well,
Anyway.
that's not really a color though.
So
But
looks
yeah.
like we're gonna have to make up some more logos.
Well, we can remake ours with numbers on
Yeah.
them anyway. But
Andy, 424, huh?
Yes, sir.
I'll get started.
I think he
Yeah.
wants 69.
Do you want the? We'll
Well,
talk
we're
about this
yeah,
later.
we're 2
Sorry.
hours into
Yeah.
this thing. Nobody cares anymore.
Sorry.
Anyways, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.